Here we go. It is Thursday, December 15, 2022. Ermanni and Edwards with Maz. Woodward Sports Network, woodwardsports.com. If you're watching live on fox2detroit.com or the Fox 2 app, we certainly appreciate that. We appreciate all of you, however you are consuming Woodward Sports Network. Braylon Edwards, good afternoon to you, my friend.
Good afternoon. Hey, by the way, thank you for lunch.
Is your mic on?
It should be. Is it? Yeah, I hear myself.
There you go.
Do you hear me?
I do not hear you, but I can hear you over here. I hope it's working.
Yeah, no, it's working. I must say I appreciate lunch. Lunch is very good. Nice little walk, nice little talk. I appreciate lunch, buddy.
All right, very good.
Thank you,
Tom Mazawey, good afternoon to you, my friend.
Oh, what up, boys? Little harried here. You know, we're all in a rush and stuff. So we're getting there. Hopefully we're on the air and
Is his
you
mic?
guys can hear us.
Yeah, I can hear him too.
You can?
Are you plugged in, Ryan?
Yeah, I'm plugged in. I can't
Oh,
hear
you know what?
anything.
That sometimes you got to put it halfway in.
Oh, yeah, where is the thing?
Said no.
Thank you very much.
Said no one
very
ever.
good. I appreciate it. The Adam Bay dude is one of the greatest around here. Guys, I apologize.
Matt,
This
tell
thing
me
was
about your
gone.
day so far. How's your day been going, Matt?
It's going good. I woke up in a good mood.
There we go.
It's lousy outside, but
Yeah.
you know, I was still smiling. And you get here, and you know things are happening. We have a little holiday get together right before
Festivus?
a little Festivus for the
There
rest
you
of
go.
us, and they got us all little presents here
man,
at Woodward
that's-
Sports. We all got some Woodward gear today.
How great is that? By the
love
way,
it.
yes, I do want to make mention of this, and thank you for pointing this out. Thank you for the Nutcracker. How great is this sweatshirt, the Nutcracker? You could get it before Christmas. You could certainly get it before the season playoff game, the championship game in a week and a half. Absolutely. WoodwardSports.com. Click on the shop tab, and if you order it today or tomorrow, you will have it by Christmas time. That is very important. I'm going to be sweating my tail off today, but it's all good.
Not me. You know I got the personal fan right here. You know I got my personal fan. But no, it's great. It's great stuff, man. You talk about all the time the merch on WoodwardSports.com. There's some great things on there, and I just got a hell sweatshirt, but the hell, instead of an I, it's a one. So
Yeah,
look at that.
Very good. Guys, very exciting show for you today. Rob Sims, former Lion, former Patriot, former Jet, ESPN analyst, going to join us coming up in about 30 minutes from now. We'll talk to Sims. There is so much excitement surrounding this game against the New York Jets, Braylon, and you're going to be out there. I know you're excited to be out there. You're not going to be here tomorrow because you'll be traveling to New York. And
Get a chance to talk to the team.
Absolutely. Talk about that experience, too, because I know you used to play for the Jets. The Jets are having you out here, but you live in Detroit. You're from Detroit. You talk about the Lions now for a living. So what's that going to be like for you?
It's a win-win. You talk about the Detroit Lions. Obviously, my team is going to be the New York Jets. But in this game, I want to see the Lions do their thing. I actually want to see the Lions win. You know, I want to see the Lions win. They're fighting to get into the playoffs. They're fighting to win the last 4 games, and they're fighting to prove to everybody that what they're doing right now is the real deal. They are no longer a fraudulent team. So I'm actually excited for the Detroit Lions. Now, I will always be a Jet, so I'm excited to go out there and be at MetLife, a place that opened up right after I got there. So extremely excited. And Ryan, you're talking about playoff football for the Detroit Lions and the New York Jets. Come on, Ryan, it's a win-win. I'm a kid in the candy store.
Playoffs?
Both of them.
I'm telling you.
Both of them.
And you know, the one thing about this, and we were just talking about this before the show break, is this is really a matchup of good on good.
Yeah.
In the last 6 games, the Detroit Lions have scored 29 points a game plus. The New York Jets defense has allowed 17 points. I mean, so something is going to have to give in this game, and we talk about this as well. It's not who you play, it's when you play them. The Lions, one of the hottest teams in the league, they won 5 of 6. The Jets, going the other way.
Yeah.
They have lost 4 of 6, but everybody knows they are a dangerous football team, especially at home.
100%. The Jets, obviously, in the last 4 games, they're going the opposite way. The Lions are going. The Jets are on a downswing. The Lions are on an upward swing. But the thing is, that Jets defense has still been playing good. That Jets defense, so the Lions can't go in there thinking, oh, we're the new big dogs. They haven't been able to score points. You got to go in there and be ready. You got to play as you've been playing. Don't turn the ball over. Don't make self-inflicted negatives. Score points. Still go in there and score points, because the big thing about the New York Jets, Ryan, they can't run the ball and they can't score points. Like, they can't run the ball and they can't score points. So you start putting points on them, especially early. The Detroit Lions have started to liking putting points on the board earlier and getting that thing going and getting it started. That's how you got to beat these New York Jets. You got to just take the fans and take MetLife out of it right away. If they do that, I guarantee you, no matter how good that defense plays, it's going to be hard for them to put up points and Lions come away victorious.
Hey, Mike White's banged up. He's going to give it a go. But I will tell you right now, you will see Zach Wilson on Sunday, and he is going to be hungry, and he's going to be wanting to take his job back. Be careful. That's all I'm saying. That's a tough team you're playing. They're home. They're desperate. They got a great coach. We'll hear from Robert Saleh a little bit later. These two teams mirror each other, and they're both on the upswing. It just happens that the Jets hit a bad streak. They got some injuries, and the Lions are healthy. That's your main difference.
The only thing I disagree with you in terms, they both are in terms of the whole season on an upswing, in terms of building the franchise back. They're both on an upswing. Mass, but if you look at what they've scored every game this year, they've played 13 games. If you look at how they've scored, they haven't traditionally scored pretty good, especially after Breece Hall got hurt.
Oh, yeah.
That was the big one for them.
That's the kill.
That was the killer, Maz. You and I talked about as soon as he got hurt, he was average. He would have been a Pro Bowl
No
AFC
doubt.
running back. As soon as he gets injured, they can't control the clock and they're not scoring points. Took them a while.
Picked up James Robinson. He's been a bust.
Exactly, and it took them a while to get Elijah Moore involved. It took them a while to get Garrett Wilson involved. Garrett Wilson obviously balling now, but you got to be able to score points with the Detroit Lions. That's been the thing all year. Even when they were losing, you had to score points, and now that they figured it out on the other side of the ball, Ryan and Ermanni, I'm walking to this game, and I'm actually feeling very nervous for my Jets.
You talk about the Jets offense, right? We talk so glowingly about the Jets defense, allowing 17.6 points per game in their last 6 games. What about the Jets offense? They've been putrid, and I know Mike White gave him a little bit of a shot in the arm. He did, but he is going to be playing banged up. In the last 6 games, the Jets offense has only scored 17.5 points per game. So if you can get to 20 in this game, you might be able to win the game. And 20 points is something the Lions should be able to do with their eyes closed.
You're right.
Especially, everybody seems to be healthy right now. You're mixing Jamal Williams in there. We talked about Justin Jackson. DeAndre Swift is getting mixed in there. What sighting did we see last week? Jamison Williams scores his first touchdown wide open, 21 miles per hour, may I add to that. Amon-Ra St. Brown, DJ Chark, he looked really good in the last 2 weeks. The Lions' offense is peaking at the right time. That's the one thing I think the Jets got to be scared of, because the Lions, it doesn't matter where it's coming from. Whether it's Amon-Ra St. Brown, we need you to have 100 yards, fine, no problem. Whether we need you to block and we need to get DJ Chark the ball, or whether we need to run the ball with Jamal Williams and get him 3 touchdowns in the red zone, they can do it from a multitude of ways, and that's why they've had success in the last 7 games.
Hey, Goff, matter of fact, he didn't win NFL Offensive Player of the Week. I went to Baker, but he won the FedEx Air Player of the Week. So he did get some award.
You know what this
FedEx Aaron Ground, I believe.
This 2022 Detroit Lions team has really shed a lot of the negative conversations that we have had, a lot of the negative stigma, that stink that the Lions have had on their name for decades. That's what this 2022 team has done. And yes, it has been all in the last 6 weeks, perhaps. But don't you expect them to go to New York and win the football game?
I do.
Who would have thought that?
Yeah.
In essentially a playoff game on the road against a really good Jets team.
We didn't know the Jets would be good.
Who has a winning record.
Yeah.
But I'm saying right now, today,
yes,
don't you expect them to go in and win that game? Didn't you expect them to beat the Minnesota Vikings? And they beat the doors off the Vikings. They did exactly what you thought they were going to do. And when was the last time you've been able to say that? And I think they should go into New York and win that game, or Jersey, whatever you want to say, but go in and beat the Jets. We're talking about the Lions here. This is how we're talking about the Lions.
Lions?
Well, you got to understand what the Detroit Lions are doing, and you're right, it is Jersey. It's T-neck to be more specific.
East Rutherford.
East Rutherford T-neck. It's literally, we can argue over that too, by the way.
All right.
We can argue over that. The Marriott Hotel is in T-neck, and it's one exit away from the stadium. But talking about how they're doing it, Ryan, when you do certain things right in the NFL, it doesn't matter. You're going to win games, or you're going to give yourself opportunities to win games. When you protect the football, you're going to give yourself a chance to win games. When you don't have self-inflicted negatives, you give yourself a chance to win games. When you score points, you give yourself a chance to win games. When you don't lose the fourth quarter, you give yourself a chance to win games. And then when your coach is making those decisions, the better decisions, he's making better in-game decisions, especially in the second half, in my opinion, you're going to give yourself chances to win games. And when you're doing all of those things, you're going to win all those games, and you're not even going to give yourself a chance. You're going to win games.
I hate to state the obvious because it is such an obvious statement when it comes to football in general, whether it's at the high school level, the college, or the pro level, and that's the turnover battle. But it really is one of the most, if not the top one or two stats that you could look at in terms of who's going to win the game and who's going to lose the game. In the Lions' 6 wins, they have won the turnover battle. In their 7 losses, they have lost that turnover battle 5 times. They have tied the turnover battle once. The only game that they lost this year where they actually won the turnover battle was against Buffalo, and they should have won that game. So if that stat doesn't tell the whole story almost exclusively on a week-to-week basis, at least for this team, I don't know what does. But it is so important to protect the football. You are going to be outside. There is going to be some wind. Protect the football. It's a must.
That's a big thing early on in the year. They scored a lot of points. I mean, you look at that Seattle game, they scored 40-plus. You look at the Philly game, they scored 40-plus. You look at the Minnesota game. You look at the win against the Commanders. Is they scored points, Ryan Ermanni, but guess what they did on the other side? They turned it over. They turned it over. So when you're scoring a ton of points, but you're giving another team consistent chances and opportunities to mirror what you're doing and actually even go ahead, you're not going to win. You're going to break even. But when you're scoring those points, when you're allowing yourselves to be really good on offense, but you're taking care of the football, teams can't beat you because they're not getting those second chances, and now they're fretting, and now teams are feeling pressure, and now sometimes they're playing themselves out of third down conversions, out of touchdowns, out of field goal range. They're doing that because you're putting that pressure on them by scoring points and taking care of the ball. When you take care of the ball, and I know I keep saying that, it's very rhetorical. If you take care of the ball, so many great things happen for you. That turnover to touchdown margin in the NFL, that's how you win games and championships.
Braylon, you asked me a question. We went to lunch today, and you asked,
you remembered?
Yeah, I did. You asked me a question, and I want to do this next, okay? Maz, put your hard hat on.
This is a good one, Maz. I promise you.
The Lions have 4 games left. They're going to go 3-1. This is just hypothetical.
Yeah.
They're going to go 3-1. Which one would you say, okay, a loss here, and I still feel good about the season? Would you like to lose this week or lose against the Packers? Would you take that or this? I want your take on that next. We'll have some fun with it. Mike Gentry is with us today. In for Fletch. Sam Flannel is in today for JB. Great to be with these guys. Great to be with you. We'll come right back, but first a message from Custom Health Centers. Get your customized approach to weight loss. Think of all the ways that weight affects your health mentally, emotionally, spiritually, physically. Custom Health Centers has over 20,000 success stories. I'd like to believe that I am certainly one of those.
You are, brother.
Also, we are coming up to a new year. After this week, after this month, after you pack on all those pounds,
here comes the resolution.
Give our friends from Custom Health Centers a call. They will help you on your journey of weight loss, taking the willpower out of weight loss. Call 844-789-THIN. That number again, 844-789-THIN.
Love Woodward Sports? Love wearing clothes? Then you should be wearing Woodward Sports clothes. Check out our full line of merch at woodwardsports.com. Just click on Shop. We have all your favorite designs, like Dan Campbell kneecaps, Beverly Hills Golf, Woodward Golf, and of course, our own logoed out merchandise. Men, women, infants, kids all love Woodward Sports. Impress your friends. Impress your boss. Impress your dog. Buy Woodward Sports merch today.
You don't have to go to the beach, man. You don't have to get your butt crack full of sand. You just need a little chili peppers, man, to get that glowing beach chili peppers tan. Woo!
With 26 locations in the Metro Detroit area and more coming, Chili Peppers Tanning is where you'll find the cleanest salons in the D. Join the Pepper Club for the best deals on unlimited tanning. Head to chilipepperstanning.com.
You just need a little chili peppers, man.
Jeff Okuda and Wicked Awesome Wishes present Hope for the Holidays. Jeff Okuda gives his financial support, time, and love for the city of Detroit with Chad Johnson and his amazing foundation, Wicked Awesome Wishes. Together, Jeff and Chad have been game planning all year long to make this Christmas one to remember for underprivileged children and their families. Special thanks to Lions players Amon-Ra St. Brown, Tracy Walker, Will Harris, and more, along with Lions alumni Lomas Brown and Joyak Bell, and the awesome people at Lighthouse Coolidge Community Building in Oak Park. Together, we'll make sure every child has new shoes, warm coats, hats, and socks, plus free haircuts to help everyone feel their best. And don't forget Woodward Sports' Braylon Edwards, Ryan Ermanni, and Darren McCarty will be there too. Hope for the holidays from Jeff Okuda and Wicked Awesome Wishes.
Time to talk about my man Michael Phillips, Keller Williams Legacy over in Dearborn. They do an amazing job. Amazing job. If you want to buy, sell, or invest, doesn't matter. They'll get you in the game. Whether you want to be the player, whether you want to be the fan, they will get you in the game no matter what. 313-403-0011, game on. Once again, that is 313-403-0011, game on.
Having a little fun here on the Ermanni and Edwards with Maz program. Ryan Ermanni, Braylon Edwards, Tom Mazawey, Mike Gentry, and Sam Flannel in today for the guys, Fletch and JB. Thanks for watching WoodwardSports.com. Everybody in the WoodwardSports.com chat. We appreciate you guys in there and your comments. Bray, you asked me if you can go 3-1 and that one loss either comes to the Jets or the Packers, what would you feel better with?
Yes.
And the answer to me is an easy one. I would feel better, much better, losing this week to the Jets than losing that Week 18 game against the Packers, because so much could be on the line in that game against the Packers. And the Packers are an inferior team to you.
Right.
I don't think there's any shame in going to New York, playing against a desperate football team that is trying to get into the playoffs, a tough football team. You go on the road and lose that game, and then you come back and win the final 3 games. I don't think there's any shame in that. You finish 9-8 and maybe out of the playoffs, perhaps. I think that is my preferred track in this hypothetical situation.
Not me.
Yeah,
I want to get to 7-7. I need to see a 500 team. I need it. Then I need to get to 8-7, and then 9-7, and then if I lose to the Packers at 9-8, and I'm still making the playoffs, you're saying?
No,
it's a chance that I might not make the playoffs, but I still might.
Yes, exactly.
You need other teams to help you.
Yes. Either way, you're going to need some
playoffs are on the line. You go and lose the game.
I'm sorry. I'm taking the win this week. I need to see 500.
You know what's interesting is I shredded on both lines and both sides because I've seen it. It's like, yo, you know what? You could lose to the Jets. They're a good team. But then if you watch yourself beat 3 NFC opponents in a row, especially 2 divisional opponents, and then you finish 3 in a row, if you don't make it, all right, cool, but you still finish 1, 2, 3 wins in a row. You won 9 or you won 8 out of 10. 8 out of 10 games. That's a hell of a way. That's a hell of a way to go into the offseason. But you know what? I'm kind of like Maz, but a little more expounding on that. I want to beat the best team left. The best team left that the Detroit Lions play is going to be this week against the New York Jets. To go there in a playoff atmosphere at MetLife, to go in there knowing you need this win, to go against a team in Robert Saleh, well, you know Robert Saleh wants this win. He wants to be able to come home today morning and talk a little, you know what. To go up there with everything on the line and how people are talking about you, greasing you up, lathering you up with comments and compliments and talking about how good you guys are. To go there this week and get that win and continue what you're doing, you know what? I think that says a lot about who they are. I think that says more about who the Lions are trying to become, who they are becoming. So I would rather them go there, win this game, and then beat Carolina and beat Chicago and then lose to Green Bay and have to figure it out and maybe sneak in, maybe not. I would rather that to happen because I think this win against the New York Jets on the road, playoff atmosphere, this is the first playoff atmosphere the Detroit Lions have really been in. They go up there and win, says a lot about it.
I will say that I feel, again, just to bring back something that I said in the first segment of the show, I feel like the 2022 Detroit Lions have really shed some demons and shed some stink off of the history of this franchise. And I think if the playoffs are on the line if you are 9-7 going into Green Bay with a playoff spot on the line and you lose that game, I don't think you feel as good about the season as if you go and win that game. Because then you would bring back conversations of the past. Well, remember in 2016 when the Lions were 9-6 and played Green Bay in the final week of the season with a division title on the line.
Enter Matt Flynn.
What did they do? They lost the game. Oh, what about in 2017 when the Lions were 9-7 and had a chance to beat the Bengals? They lost that game. I mean, it's just one of those things. It brings back bad memories if you consistently lose games with such significance on the line. That's why I would much rather lose this week to the Jets and finish out with 3 straight wins, and then you play it out as it were, as opposed to losing that last game against the Green Bay Packers.
Hey, Ryan, Maz, you guys ready for this? How about we just not lose?
Yeah, right.
How about we just not lose?
It's a pretty good hypothetical,
It is, though. Which one? Yeah.
Let's be honest. Are the Detroit Lions a 9-1 football team? Are they a 9-1 football team?
Not many teams are.
The Buffalo Bills are not.
Right.
Yeah.
The Buffalo Bills do not have any no matter how you adjust their schedule. They do not have
I will say
a 10-game stretch where they've won 9 games.
Ryan, let me answer that question for you. Playing in the NFL, and I don't ever bring that up. I'm lying. I do bring that up. But playing in the NFL, like, Ryan, I've gone 9-1 once. If you're a 9-1 team, I mean, if you go 9-1, Ryan, you're a 9-1 team. No matter how it happens, no matter if there's some you get some luck along the way, because you're gonna have to get some luck. Whether you're playing outstanding football, whether you catch a couple breaks, whether somebody just goes on a tremendous run at quarterback or wide receiver or kick returning or punt returning, like Dante Hall that one time for the Kansas City Chiefs. If you're 9-1, then you're a 9-1 football team because you made it happen. You got it. You made it. Because after 2 wins, 3 wins, 4 wins, it's like, all right, it's going to set in. Here's 5 wins. It's going to set in. Here's 6 wins. It's going to set in. You get to 9-1 and never set in, which means you're a 9-1 football club.
You know,
I think I'd rather lose to Carolina out of all 4 of the games.
Maybe.
That would be the game I would say, okay, I'll lose this game.
So that means you win the Jets and then you win the last 2.
Yeah, win the
That's
last 2.
That's an interesting one.
I want to get to 500 in the worst way. Because I don't remember the last time the Lions were ever 500.
You could do that at 8-8 in my scenario.
I know, but I want it now. I want it now.
I think that's very true.
They dug a hole, 1-6. To get to even money is great.
The only thing, too, I know people are going to be talking about this in the chat. I know you guys are keeping up on it. You don't want to lose to the NFC teams. That's just the only thing. You don't want to lose any head-to-heads, any tiebreakers, things like that. So losing to the NFC teams, I can see people saying that. So I can see a lot of people in the chat saying they would rather lose to the Jets as opposed to the NFC teams.
Guys, let me transition this conversation to just all the flowers that the Lions have received. This is in Pro Football Talk, a story. Jared Goff, here's the quote. I think that's the biggest challenge for us right now is to show our maturity, show that we can handle a little bit of praise and handle a little bit of people thinking that we're good and not change the way that we are approaching each week. That is a quote from Jared Goff. Can this football team handle being called good?
I think so. And it's a great thought. It's a great question by Jared Goff. You talk about guys wanting to be leaders. You talk about guys stepping up. This is a guy in Jared Goff who we ask, can he be the leader of the Detroit Lions? He's been in the NFL. He's been to a Super Bowl. He is now in year 8, or I believe he's in year 8. Can he be a guy to step up? To ask a question like that, Ryan, that's stepping up as a leader. You want guys to know things like that because getting a lot of compliments when you're not used to having them, when you're used to being a 3-13-1 team, when you're used to being a 1-6 team, when you start to get some compliments, when people nationally start talking about you, when you hear Pat McAfee mention your name, when you hear Sean Payton and various names that you know all around the country that are going to be Hall of Fame players, Hall of Fame analysts, when they mention your name and give you credit, sometimes you get a little, okay, I'm feeling myself. Yeah, hey, you heard what they said about us? You heard what they said about me, and now you go into the game and you get your ass whooped. So can you get some compliments? Can you take some compliments and still put forth the work from Monday to Sunday, getting ready for another game? That's a great question. That's a great thought process. I love that that's where his mind is at because those guys are going to listen to Jared Goff because he's shown them that he can be the leader.
And honestly, it's probably been about 8 years or so from the time that anybody really thought the Lions were good.
Yeah.
And we had mentioned the 2016 team, the 2017 team. Both teams finished 9-7 or what have you. But did anybody really consider the team good at that point? Did anybody really consider the Detroit Lions a threat at that point?
Just
I don't
maybe
believe
a bubble team. That's
yeah,
it.
yeah. I don't believe they were ever a threat. I mean, that's not a team that you feared if you drew them in the playoffs, whether it was Seattle, New Orleans, whoever.
This is the team that's feared, because I don't think anybody wants to play this team right now. They're averaging, I don't know what the exact their average is, but we know they can put up 30 points.
29.3 points per game over the last 6 games.
There you go. 30 points a game. You want to play a team like that's scoring 30 points a game and doing it well.
And they're only allowing 20 points a game, by the way.
And now they're getting healthy. They're healthy. They're probably one of the healthiest teams in the league, and you get a kid like Jameson Williams, your number 1 pick, the 12th pick overall, now starting to get loose. They're going to have to put eyes on him.
Dan Campbell talked about Jameson Williams this week, and you talk about that progress. JMO did a little bit 2 weeks ago, did a little bit more last week, and he will do a little bit more even this week at New York. Here's Dan Campbell.
He's very coachable, and there was a couple of things he came off, and I know that he knew immediately.
So Dan Campbell basically talking about the fact that Jameson Williams is progressing, and they are going to continue to give him more and more and more and more. And it's pretty exciting to see where teams might be slowing down right now.
Yeah.
The Lions are actually ramping up.
This is what you expect, and this is what you want. You talk about the Detroit Lions last year. You talk about how hard they fought last year, but how many meaningless games that they played in. And that's both teams involved in the game. This year, it's only one meaningless team in each game, and that's the team that the Detroit Lions are going to be playing against after this New York Jets game. They are ready. They are focused. They are coming to it. We talk about catching fire at the right time, catching fire and catching that roll, and that's what they're doing. They're catching fire and they're catching that roll right in terms of right before Thanksgiving, riding it all the way into January. It's going to be fun to watch this thing unfold, and I'm glad it's starting at MetLife. And, oh, by the way, your boy will be there.
Who you going to be rooting for? No.
All right.
Tell me how you're going to be able to do this, because you're actually going to be speaking to the Jets team.
Yeah,
you'll be breaking them down.
So in New York, as I'm stuttering on the spot. No, but in New York I'll be fine because I'm cheering for the Jets. I'm cheering for the Jets out loud. I'm cheering for the Jets. They brought me in. They gave me a chance. You know, this is a great opportunity, and I love the Jets. I love what we accomplished when I was there. So yeah, I'll be cheering for them out loud, but secretly, way down in the small places, just like the Grinch that you saw on Christmas, which it's about that time to pull that movie out as well. I'll be cheering for the Lions because this is where I spend my time. I spend my time in Detroit. It's good to see the city come back, and I'm excited to see the fans excited about a chance potentially being in the playoffs. So secretly, down deep inside, I'm cheering for the Detroit Lions. I want them to win because this is where I lay my hat and make my money. So Detroit Lions.
See if you can grab me a helmet while you're there. Just sneak one out of the locker.
Okay.
It's got to be snuck out of the locker room.
Take that on the plane with you, Bray.
Yeah, there you go.
Guys, we're going to take a break. We're going to track down Rob Sims, ESPN NFL analyst, of course, former Lion, former Jet, former Patriot. We'll get his take on this one. Lions and Jets from the Meadowlands. What?
He's not a Patriot.
Rob Sims?
Yeah, he wasn't a Patriot.
Former Jet. Former Lion. No.
Former Lion, former Seahawk.
Oh, my God.
Played for Ohio State.
Dude, sorry, I don't know where my head is.
That's okay.
Thank you.
You're good.
You could have told him off the air, man.
Stuff a studio. Thanks.
Sorry. Year 3 of Woodward Sports Stuff a Studio is here. We're collecting new unwrapped toys, so make our studio look really great and make it hard for us to get around. Start next week, December 19th to the 23rd. We stuff our studio. While you're out shopping, make sure you grab an extra gift and drop it off at our studios here, 15 Mile and Woodward. We're in the Birmingham Lady Janes. We'll be collecting toys around the clock to make sure every child at Mott's Children's Hospital will have a great holiday season and feel that warmth of this holiday season. Help us stuff the studio. Special thanks to our wonderful elves at Meyer and Guardian Alarm for keeping the toys safe.
Introducing the Planet Fitness Guide to getting that post-workout glow. Step 1. What's your why? More epic energy? Better sleep? Blow off steam? Step 2. Join Planet Fitness for just $10 a month and get moving in our clean and spacious clubs. Step 3. Bask in that post-workout glow. Join Planet Fitness today for just $10 a month.
Join today at any of the 50-plus Detroit area locations.
It's back. Year 3 of Woodward Sports Stuff-A Studio is here. The past 2 years, we've collected new unwrapped toys and stuffed our studio so we could hardly fit in it. This year, we're doing it even bigger. Join Woodward Sports and our whole family December 19th to the 23rd as we stuff our studio. While you're out shopping or just sitting on your couch ordering presents, make sure you grab one extra and drop it off at our studio, 15 Mile in Woodward and Birmingham. We'll be collecting toys around the clock to make sure every child in Mott's Children's Hospital feels the warmth of the holiday season. It's the time of year to do for others. Help us stuff our studio. Special thanks to all the wonderful elves at Meyer and Guardian Alarm for keeping the toys safe. Stuff-A Studio 2022 with Woodward Sports.
What's a winter wonderland if you can't shop, eat, and play? Lucky for you, you can do it all at the Downtown Detroit Markets, Cadillac Lodge, and the new winter version of the Monroe Street Midway, all located just across the street from Campus Martius Park. Find the fun at deckedoutdetroit.com.
Time to talk about Swiss Insurance. The holiday season is here. Swiss Insurance wants to remind you to insure those gifts of jewelry or collectibles. In the last 2 weeks, Swiss has saved its clients on average of 26% on their insurance premiums while increasing their coverage. That means they know what the hell they're doing. The holiday season is here. Them being able to do that for you means you're saving and freeing up some cash to be able to spend with your loved ones. Do me a favor. Hit up Swiss Insurance Group and let them insure you today.
He's very coachable, and there was a couple of things he came off and.
All right, Woodward Sports Network, woodwardsports.com, fox2detroit.com. Thanks to everybody for checking in with us. Very excited to talk a little Lions and New York Jets.
Ooh, it's going to be fun.
It's going to be a good one.
It's going to be fun.
So we're going to try to track down Rob Sims in just a little bit. Of course, Rob Sims, former Detroit Lion, co-owner of the Primitive Group with Calvin Johnson. So we'll talk to Rob Sims coming up.
Ohio State Buckeye.
Absolutely.
Well, there you go.
Absolutely.
Throw that in there.
Got to talk a little college football with him coming up, don't we?
Moonwalked into the playoffs. Let's go ahead and get a feel on that. It'd be good to know how Rob Sims and the other alumni of Ohio State feel about Ryan Day. We heard a lot about guys wanting to be done with Ryan Day. They want the next coach. Ryan Day can't hack it anymore. He can't beat Michigan. He's too soft. I want to see what Rob Sims thinks about Ryan Day. He has lost to Michigan twice, but he has been to a national championship as well. So want to get his opinion.
You know, one of the fun things about being in an NFL playoff race is just scoreboard watching, man. I can't tell you the last time I've been as excited for a Thursday night football game or even a Sunday night football game as I am tonight and on Sunday. Now, granted, Sunday is going to be a little different because you'll know what the Lions do on Sunday. If they win, you're going to watch that game. If they lose, you probably turn the TV off and go crawl under your bed a little bit. But I cannot wait for the 49ers tonight and the Seattle Seahawks. This is a big game because, again, the Seahawks, they own the tiebreaker over the Lions, and maybe the Lions do have a slight margin of error if they do drop one of these games. Maybe 9-8 gets them in, but I'm going to be watching that game as intently as I have all season long watching the 49ers play tonight.
You know, Kenneth Walker being hurt for the Seattle Seahawks, that definitely hurt them the last two games, especially last week. You know, they didn't have the running game of Kenneth Walker. He's been balling. Kenneth Walker was on point to be Rookie Offensive Player of the Year in the NFL. So not having him has definitely hurt. And you've seen some chinks in Geno's armor. You've seen Geno not be able to hand the ball off to the running back, just kind of chill or find running yards for himself or find some easy throws down the field to the tight ends, Noah Fant, and then get receivers involved like Lockett as well as DK Metcalf. So it's going to be interesting to watch the game tonight because that defense of San Fran is just so freaking insane. So freaking insane. I think 49ers are going to win pretty easily. I think they will help the Detroit Lions out.
How difficult is that, though, too? I mean, and one of the things you don't even consider is a Thursday night game to go within the division and travel That's a pretty – it's not like this is an automatic win for the San Francisco 49ers. No matter who they're playing with, no matter even if they had all their guys, to go on the road within the division and play a team for a second time and do it on a short week, that's pretty darn difficult.
Playing teams for the second time is always tough. You know, we talk about that. You play teams for the second time when you're not used to playing teams for the second time. It is tough. It is tough. You don't have Deebo Samuel. You don't have Jimmy Garoppolo. You don't have some of your guys. But that defense, once again, Ryan and Mike, that defense is lights out. If you can find a couple touchdowns here and there, that defense is so good, it will make you right during this game.
All right, let's bring him in now. As promised, a 9-year NFL vet, played for the Lions from 2010 to 2014, OSU alum as well, co-owner of Primitive Group, the great Rob Sims. How you doing, Rob?
Doing good. How about you?
I do not hear you. I'm sorry. Maz, what do you want me to do?
Unmute.
Hey, Rob, try to unmute your mic.
If that is even a thing. See if we can get it going.
Talk to us.
I think he's frozen now. We'll take him off the screen, Mike, and try to get that. Very good.
Incoming jokes.
Yeah, right. I can't wait to look at the chat after this. But again, I forgot what we were talking about.
We're talking about the Seattle Seahawks versus 49ers and how hard it is still to go on the road. Still, it's going to be tough. You got to go on the road. You got to beat Seattle. Seattle's playing. They had been playing well. Geno is going to be a Pro Bowler this year. Tyreek Woolen, that defense has played well for them. A lot of young guys stepping up and that's what you see, a lot of young guys stepping up. But the 49ers, man, they're just so talented all the way around. It's tough to beat teams like that, Ryan. I mean, it doesn't matter who's going to be at quarterback. They're so tough all the way around. And you still got guys like George Kittle and CMC. Hell, CMC could be the quarterback.
All right, let me do this. Let me take a 60-second break. We're going to come back, regroup, and we'll get Rob Sims on the line 60 seconds from now. But first, a message from SMA.
The Sports Marketing Agency helps spread awareness about mental health and substance abuse. Their podcast, this is the S word, and the S word stands for stigma because we're trying to destigmatize mental health. We talked about it yesterday, man. Look, call somebody. If you have something that's going on, you don't believe you can make it, you don't think that you can get through the day, call somebody or go somewhere where they have some information if you want to be discreet. Go to thesportsma.com. We promise you it's discreet and it'll get you back on your feet. It'll give you confidence, it'll give you conversation to go out there and stay with us. Stay with us.
Love Woodward Sports? Love wearing clothes? Then you should be wearing Woodward Sports clothes. Check out our full line of merch at woodwardsports.com. Just click on shop. We have all your favorite designs, like Dan Campbell kneecaps, Beverly Hills Golf, Woodward Golf, and of course, our own logoed out merchandise. Men, women, infants, kids all love Woodward Sports. Impress your friends. Impress your boss. Impress your dog. Buy Woodward Sports merch today.
By now you know me, Christina Gennari, as the obvious choice in real estate. And you know my website, soldchristina.com, as your #1 resource for buying or selling your home. Myself, along with my amazing staff, pride ourselves on making your home buying and selling experience a relaxing and easy one. Come see why we are the obvious choice. Christina Gennari at soldchristina.com, the obvious choice in real estate.
When it comes to making your haircut truly an experience, there's no better place than Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men. Come to any one of our 26 Metro Detroit locations for an award-winning haircut experience and qualify for a chance to win a down payment for your dream home up to $200,000. Our precision haircut and talented stylists will have you looking good, feeling good, and give you a chance to change your life forever. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men, open 7 days a week. Walk in anytime. It's wicked awesome.
Woodward Sports loves lobster. I know you guys do as well. What better way to get you fixed other than Cousins Maine Lobster? With 2 trucks rolling around Detroit, you can be sure to find the best lobster tacos, lobster rolls, and lobster everything. They got it all. Lobster bisque, outstanding. They'll power you through today. Go to cousinsmainelobster.com for more information and find that schedule.
Hi, welcome back here, woodwardsports.com. Having a lot of fun on a Thursday. Now, yesterday we did see a peek of the sun. Heaven forbid you get that 2 days in a row.
Shouldn't have said anything.
My goodness. Ryan Ermanni, Braylon Edwards, Tom Mazawey. We got Gentry. We got Flannel as well. These guys are doing a great job helping us out today. Hey, let's go to Rob Sims now, former Detroit Lion, co-owner of Primitive Group, also an Ohio State Buckeye. Got to get that in there as well. Rob, thanks for waiting, my man. Thanks so much. Guys, I still can't hear him. I'm so sorry. I don't know what to do, Maz. Tell me what to do.
Let's keep talking.
Oh wait.
Hey.
I hear him.
I hear him.
There it is.
There it is.
Yes.
Here we go.
There we
Thanks,
go.
buddy. I appreciate it.
Got your got your DM the other day. Want to say congratulations on being Cannabis Now 40 under 40. Congrats on that. Like I told you though, I did see Leroy Butler and the Queen, and they were having dinner at Cuzzo's. Man, that's all I'm saying. It's a little inside joke. Me and my boy.
Yeah, it was. But, all good.
Hey Rob, let me ask you about this kid. You've been in town a long time. You have played for this organization. What is different about this Detroit Lions regime, team, organization than anything that I think we've seen, hell, in my lifetime?
Yeah, man, I think it really just comes down to the confidence I see these guys playing with right now. I think they're just playing really strong right now. It looks like everybody's on the same page, everybody's committed, and more importantly, they're having fun. I mean, that's what I like to see right now.
Does it start with ownership? Does it start with the head coach? Where does it begin? Because we look at Dan Campbell. We wanted him fired after the first 7 weeks. Now we want a statue out in front of Ford Field with him.
Yeah, man, I think it's just important that he has time to really get culture. Culture is so important into this, and I think he's done a great job of just putting that grit, that grimy fight into those guys, man. And it's fun to watch.
So much has been made about Dan Campbell. Is he the coach? But on the other side, the other person that's been talked about the most is Jared Goff. Is Jared Goff the quarterback? Can he be the guy for the Detroit Lions? Are they going to draft C.J. Stroud? Is it going to be Bryce Young? What do you do? Do you try to trade some picks? Rob Sims, after what you've seen so far this year, is Jared Goff the guy?
Now, I think he's proven that he's going to be in the conversation no matter what in the fall.
Yeah.
I mean, the guys put up good numbers this year. He's the leader in there. The guys respect him and respond to him. You're not going to just bring anybody else in here to take his job. I mean, he's just playing at an outstanding level. And once again, man, they just feel confident. That's the most important.
Hey Rob, we talk so much about the last real good Lions team was that 2014 team that you were a part of, and if it wasn't for that penalty in that Dallas game, I don't know how many times you have nightmares over it, but we have nightmares over it quite a bit. Think that team could have won a Super Bowl. This team to us feels like it's the best team since 2014, despite the fact that they've gone to the playoffs since then. A playoff team, a team that could really do some damage in the postseason. What are those teams built on? What did you guys have in 2014 that no other Lions team has had since?
I think we just had a really, really strong chemistry. I think if you look and see what me and Calvin have been able to do outside of football and what we've been able to build, right, that goes to show you a little bit of the kind of conversations we were having in the locker room about being better on the field, off the field, just as men in general. And, it's just, it's cool to see, man. It's cool. You gotta have that camaraderie, and you got to be down for each other. And I think that's the cool thing. You see Panay catching balls out the back of the backfield.
Yeah.
I mean, no, they having fun, man, and that's what it's all about, man. I wish I could have got my hands on a couple balls.
When you saw Panay when you saw Panay go in motion, what goes through your mind when you see this big 330-pound man going in motion? And he looked like he went out and caught that ball too. That ball, he did not cradle that ball. He caught that with his hands.
No, man. I mean, I'm telling you, man, that was an athlete. Man. He is to move like that, man.
Yeah, that Joker can play, man. Samoans, man, you know all about it, man. We stayed away from them. Them Jokers have athletic ability out this way. They're the nicest guys ever, but when you piss them off, man, you better call the National Guard. Hey, let's talk about I'm trying to tell you, man. Let's talk about a guy who started off at your alma mater and then transferred to Alabama. Everybody talked about why did you draft a guy who's injured? Why do you draft a guy? Why do you move up to draft a guy? Well, it looked like last week we found out our answers. What do you think about Jameson Williams?
Man, I mean, he's as advertised, right? I mean, the guy came in right away, first catch, touchdown. I mean, that's beautiful, man. I mean, I was talking to Calvin about him, man. He was like, man, the guy's just a heck of a player, man. Me not knowing that much about receiver, but just seeing a guy come in as advertised and get it done, man, it's good to see.
What will be the relationship? And I don't even know if you know it, but I know your relationship. You do. What will be the relationship with Calvin and Jamison Williams? Because that's going to be very key for his production and just like the mental outside of work, outside of Allen Park as well. What's going to be their relationship?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I haven't talked to Cal about that. Obviously, we're busy building Primitive, but obviously we got a heart for those guys. And, who better to learn to than the greatest of all time, man? God's just a wealth of knowledge, man. And the things he brought, even to our business, just at that Hall of Fame standard. I mean, it can't be duplicated, man. It can only be taught over time. And that's what I think about that, man. I think Cal is a wealth of knowledge.
Hey, Rob, what's your take on this whole wide receiver corp? I mean, you got Jamison Williams, but you got a kid you drafted in the 4th round last year in Amon-Ra St. Brown. Who does he remind you of? Does he remind you of a Golden Tate? What type of guy does he remind you of? It could even be bigger than a Golden Tate.
Yeah, I mean, Golden's a good representation of him. I mean, I think he's just steady. That's the cool thing about Golden was he was steady. And, when he got that ball in his hands, he was going to do some dangerous things. And, I mean, I know from coming from a dad that played in the NFL, but if your dad is Mr. Universe, you a bad boy, man. So, pretty cool to see him go through his progression. Just can't wait to see what the future holds, man. I think he's solid, and I think overall, especially with everybody coming back into play, I think it's pretty exciting, man. They got some weapons out there.
They sure do. That 2014 team was one of my favorite teams. I thought they could go a long way. They had Jim Caldwell as their head coach. I know how you guys felt about him. What's your take on Dan Campbell and how the Lions feel about their head coach?
Well, it's hard not to love a player's coach, man. It's just hard not to love him. He knows what they're going through, right? And he's kind of been there, done that, man. And they're trying to learn from him, and you can see them responding. When he came in, and it was all about grit and just continuing to get up. I mean, that's what he's done. I mean, this team has been in a situation this season where it was struggling all the way to look. We're excited around here, and people think hey, we got an opportunity to get in. That's exciting, man. And it's all about him saying, like, we're going to keep getting up, and you can see it on the field coming together.
Rob, last question for you, buddy. We always got to get into some college football. Obviously, Euro State, Michigan. Nothing about that game that is water under the bridge. Talking about Ohio State playing against Georgia. Nobody's got them winning that game. Me, on the other hand, I think Ohio State sneaking in there. They boys are up to something, man. Talk about Ohio State versus Georgia in the Peach Bowl.
Well, obviously for me, I'm sure you too, wouldn't be fun to see Ohio State and Michigan.
Yes.
You know what I mean? So, straight up, man, stage with that. But we got to go through Georgia, man. We know that Georgia go over. They're playing great ball. But I was on that team in Miami, man. That place, I think we can anybody have that mindset. So it's going to be fun to watch, man. But what I'm really looking forward to, hopefully, is me and you having a little bet on who's going to win that.
Yeah, I can't wait, man. I tell you what, whoever wins that game, man, they're going out with the queen. little inside joke right there, man. I'll tell you about it later.
Hey, Rob, thanks so much for the time and bearing with us as we work out a couple of things on our end, man. We really appreciate it. Happy holidays, Merry Christmas to you and your family, and all that good stuff. And best of luck with Primitive Brand, man, my friend. You guys are doing great things with that brand.
Thanks, man. We really appreciate it.
And congrats again. All your success, man. Once again, Cannabis Now, 40 under 40, Rob Sims.
Absolutely. Rob Sims, thanks so much, man. That is so great. And the first act was awesome, but the second act is even better with Rob Sims and Calvin Johnson and what they're doing in the community and with their business. It's pretty darn cool.
It's great to watch, too. I've been in events with them, whether it's golf outings, whether it's primitive events, whether they're doing events with other dispensaries, or whether they're doing something on a mental health scale that Calvin and I and Rob Sims was there as well. They work so hard. They work so diligently. They're building it the right way. They're structurally building from the ground up, and they're going to be proud of the things they built for years and years to come, man. It's about the kids now, and they're building well for their kids' future.
And again, at the end they're talking about Michigan and Ohio State potentially for a national championship. One of the guys that's going to be front and center in that Ohio State game on the other side of the field is Jalen Carter. Did you see what Todd McShay said? Todd McShay is catching some serious flack for what he said about Jalen Carter yesterday.
What did he say?
ESPN.
Extra baggage or that kind of thing?
Yes, exactly. So Todd McShay, during the mock draft, he pegged Jalen Carter to go number 2 to the Seattle Seahawks. But in the midst of that, he says the big discussion around Carter is his character. It's not about his talent. It's not about his size. It's not about his explosive takeoff or finishing as a pass rusher. It's about his character. Do we want to bring that guy into the building? And man, oh man, it's a twofold thing for me. One, somebody is telling him that in NFL circles. That's one. If you're McShay, you better tell me what that is for me to go with that. You got to give me an example that I can go and know X, Y, and Z, because you are tainting a player's name that will be with him now for
until he gets drafted and shows how good he is
for the next 9 months or however. What is it? 6 months? That will be the number one conversation regarding Jalen Carter for the next 6 months.
No, I disagree, Maz, and this is why I disagree. That's not gonna leave. That's going to always be there. Hell, how long did it take them to continue to talk about Dan Marino and what he was doing behind closed doors? I was just going to bring him up. Exactly. See, we're connected at the hip. Yep. They talked about that for Dan Marino for years and years and years to finally, after Dan Marino put himself in the class of nobody can keep up with Dan Marino, number 13, it dissipated and he was able to do his own thing in Miami anyway. But deals that can be on the table, sponsorship deals that can be on the table, just putting his name out there. What if Todd McShay is wrong? What if there's no characteristic or issues? Actually, what if there are characteristics? So what? Your job is to report on this is how good he is, this is what he does, this is how he gets to the quarterback, this is how many quarterback pressure, how many quarterback hits. Like, that's your job. Your job, you're in the national spotlight. When you say something, you can't pull that back. Now people are going to look at that. When they read that, now instantly, he's got character issues. Oh, blah, blah, blah. The Kobe Dean, same thing came out about him. Do we know that to be true? I don't know if it's true or not. I'm just saying, like you said, it better be true.
Here's what we do know about Jalen Carter. One,
best defensive player in the country.
But he's never been in any trouble off the field. Never been arrested, never done anything like that.
Exactly.
And he has done so much charitable work in his Florida hometown and in Athens, Georgia.
Did that get mentioned by Todd McShay?
No, but this is in the story. It is in the story, but so there's this dichotomy here, and why? And again, Todd McShay for Todd McShay.
I usually like Todd McShay.
Maybe he wants him to slip to his team.
Well, I'm just saying he's not making it up. There's a source that he trusts within some NFL circle that is telling him this. But again, where you're McShay, you got to take everything that you hear with a grain of salt. You are not reporting on the amount of things that we hear. Maybe 1/10 of it we say.
Ryan, how many retractions have we seen just since we've been doing the show, man? How many retractions have we seen since August 12th of 2021? How many times have we seen guys come on here? Ian Rappaport, Adam Scheffler, Tom Pelissero, Todd McShay will be on that list soon. The lawyer for Freddie Freeman. Like, how many times have we seen guys have to come on and retract? You say somebody's telling him that, so yeah, we know something's true. No, we don't. Because what it could be a coach, it could be a person that knows him, that doesn't like him, and fed that to him because he doesn't like that person. Because they may have had an exchange that didn't go so well. That doesn't mean that his character as a whole, by everybody he comes in contact with, is in question. That just means that one person doesn't like him, and that's not fair.
And I think we're saying the same thing here, just in a different way, because even if, to
say someone's character is in question is a huge accusation. To say somebody's an asshole, that's one thing. I can be a bit of it. Right. I can be a bit of that, but my character, BS. Now I can definitely be a bit of that, but my character is not in question. So that's what I'm saying. To say somebody's character in question, that means they do things on a regular that you don't agree with, that they don't have a moral compass.
play this hypothetical thing out for me for a second. Let's just say that there are character issues. Okay. There's no need for that to be reported on yesterday.
You're right.
There's no need. Let's just say that is something that you keep in your back pocket. And then, you know what? If you start to hear rumblings of Seattle not going to take him at 2, Detroit not going to take him at 3, Oakland or Las Vegas not going to take him at 4. If you start to see this man falling, who's probably the best of 1 in 1A, there's 2 defensive players in however you want to take Will Anderson or Jalen Carter. Let's just say as we get closer here and the combine and all these things, and you start hearing teams say, kind of probably not going to take this guy, and you start seeing him fall to 5, 6, 7, that's where you maybe pull that out. But you don't do it now when the season's still going on, when you still have him at 2.
At the end of the day, that's for the team that's picking, the teams that are there. That's for them to decide. That's for them to do the research. That's for them to dig in and say, does this guy have character issues? We've heard about a little something. Let's do a little bit more digging. Let's interview him himself. Let's interview the people that are saying this. That's the people that are spending the money to get the guy. Mm-hmm. It's not you, Tom McShay. You're not the guy. So don't do that. If a team, if a team is willing to draft him regardless of that, then the team is willing to draft him regardless of that. It's not up to Tom McShay to drop little dimes like that, especially in December 4th or 15th when you got a long time left before the draft.
That's a nugget I think you keep in your back pocket.
100%.
That is. And
not in this day and age, right? Because everyone wants to be first or something.
And again, if Todd McShay's first mock draft has Jalen Carter at 5, 6, or 7, then you say, you know what?
Good point.
Here's the deal. I've got Jalen Carter here because this is what I'm hearing about him. But
I like it.
To put him at 2 and then say he's got character issues, I don't know. I don't like it. I don't like it. I've been at this. I've been doing this for over 20 years. It's not like I'm not some hack out here, even though a lot of you believe that I am.
Clown emoji.
You aren't.
Clown. Wait, here we go. Here's the clown emoji. In 3, 2, clown.
Clown emoji.
You know, but again, you just don't report on everything that you hear, even from trusted sources. You have to weigh that out.
Yeah.
Cost, analysis, benefit.
Risk reward.
Risk reward, man.
Lots of players drop in the draft, but they drop during the draft. You don't really hear anything this early. That's the challenge.
He's still got 2 games left.
Yeah.
I mean, we're assuming that he's going to be Ohio State, but Jalen Carter still has 2 collegiate games left. Come on, Ty. You're better than that. Because I actually like Todd McShay, and that's why I'm kind of like, you're better than that, Todd McShay.
Todd.
He's better.
Yeah.
Todd
Oh,
McShay.
there it is. Thank you, Erwin R. Fisher with the first one. Erwin R. Fisher, clown.
Fletcher.
Rustin Burks, clown.
When I think of Erwin R., I think of IRS from wrestling.
Joey
WWF.
2 times says, Clip Maz saying, clown emoji. Cornelius T with the clown emoji.
Yeah, bring him on.
Oh, man, I love it.
Cue
Thank
him
you,
circus
guys.
music.
I asked for it. I wanted it. Very good stuff. Oh,
Now
here,
you got it.
Ethan Brown, Chef Chris Smith. There we go. I got 3 clowns.
Ooh, there's some names
Oh,
in
my
that. Hold on. There's some names in that chat.
Yeah.
Ethan, Erwin.
Oh, man. Stephen Lehman, clown.
That's right, man.
This is so great. I love it. I love you guys so much, man. It is so funny.
Speaking of Purdue is, I was thinking of Purdue. I was thinking about Aiden O'Connell skipping the game. What about Drew Brees?
Drew Brees
Is that the new thing now?
headed to Purdue. We'll go around the NFL. We'll do that with Maz. And it's a Top 10 Thursday, by the way. Guess what? Braylon has a different variation of a Top 10 Thursday today, and I think it's one that you will like. We'll do all that next, coming up. But first, a message from the Folding Warehouse.
All right, let me get my pin here.
Corey McLean, clown.
There it
Jalen
is.
Burleson, clown.
Even clowns.
Rashawn Paris, clown.
Clowns love the Folding Warehouse. We all do. Out in Hamtramck, get on down there and tell Chris Hutt that we sent you here from Woodward Sports. 2 ways to play, $12 unlimited open play or a private lane reservation. You get it for 2 hours for $120, but you can put 10 or 12 people on a lane. How about that bar? The bar is high, as Marty Morningweg used to say, and they've got over 100 beers on the menu. How about it? The $2 mystery beer machine. Food, bring it in on your own or have it delivered. Get to the Folding Warehouse in Hamtramck. Get your fold on. FoldingWarehouse.com.
It's a great day to get some sense around in your life. Okay. There it is. Centron, here we go. Gotta grab the cranberry. Oh, wait, it's 2 for $4. Gotta double up with the classic as well. Centron World, baby. Centron, available at select Kroger's, and if you wanna know how, go to @CentronWorld.com. You get dope like me. You know what? Why wait? Great taste, guaranteed.
As chilly weather approaches, Big Boy's got the perfect comfort meals for you. Try our hearty classic meatloaf or our creamy Cajun chicken Alfredo. These will be sure to leave you craving for more. How about breakfast? Our stuffed potato pancakes are back with our lumberjack, blockbuster, and Santa Fe Garden. These potato pancakes will definitely fill you up. Whether it's for breakfast, lunch, or dinner, come stock up on the perfect comfort meal today. We'll see you soon at Big Boy.
Love Woodward Sports? Love wearing clothes? Then you should be wearing Woodward Sports clothes. Check out our full line of merch at woodwardsports.com. Just click on shop. We have all your favorite designs, like Dan Campbell kneecaps, Beverly Hills Golf, Woodward Golf, and of course, our own logoed out merchandise. Men, women, infants, kids all love Woodward Sports. Impress your friends. Impress your boss. Impress your dog. Buy Woodward Sports merch today.
Planet Fitness is the official studio sponsor of Woodward Sports, also home of the judgment-free zone where you can work out for only $10 a month. Only $10 or upgrade to the Black Card for unlimited guest privileges, hydro massage, and more. Join in club today or go to planetfitness.com. It's Planet Fitness, where your fitness is essential.
Essential.
Hey, it's me again.
Oh,
yes. Yes.
Back.
The Monroe Street Midway has basically been transformed into a winter wonderland for this beautiful Christmas season. It's got winter bumper cars. Buckle up for a bumpy ride. Go for a spin and try not to spin out on our slick rink. How about the Arctic Slide? Have an Arctic blast. Ride an inner tube down the 20-foot high, 80-foot long slide brought to you by Come Play Detroit. And how about Puck Putt? Sounds like a lot of fun. Go for a goal in one. Grab a hockey stick and shoot the puck into each net along the 9-part course. Or the Midway Arcade. Get in the game, try your hand at shooting hoops, beating supervillains, and more with some friendly competition. Of course, everybody's got to eat. Warm up with the roasty treats. We're serving up burgers, pierogies, homemade chili, chicken sandwiches, and mac and cheese bites, plus gluten-free and vegan goodies. And how about everybody's favorite, Santa Claus?
Santa Claus!
Smile and say freeze. Santa's showing up for photos from November 18th to December 22nd on Thursdays and Fridays from 4 to 8 p.m., and Saturdays and Sundays from 12 to 4 p.m. Coming soon, the Woodward Sports Winter Olympics. You'll be able to compete against Darren McCarty, Braylon Edwards, Adam Baydoun, Ryan Ermanni, and, of course, everybody's favorite, the Woodward Heavyweights in Monroe Street Midway games. Check out deckedoutdetroit.com for all your winter information.
All of it.
Oh, all of it.
Hey, welcome back. WoodwardSports.com, Woodward Sports Network, Fox2Detroit.com, and the Fox 2 News app. How's everybody doing out there on a Thursday? Everybody get their shopping done. Now it's the wrapping. You find any boxes out there? These stores, they don't give Amazon or any of these stores, they don't do boxes anymore.
We all got boxes today, and what did I do? I harvested them
Maz
so I could bring them home.
all the boxes that he could get. My goodness, good stuff.
I got
how you doing
everything
today?
in shoe boxes.
I'm doing good. I was coming up with the last touches on the thing.
Top 10 Thursday. Braylon's got a different variation of that. He'll break that news coming up. But he does have good character. I can vouch for that.
I appreciate you, brother.
Unlike some others in this room right now. Tom Mazawey.
Oh, thank you very much.
I was just having some fun there. Hey, Maz, let's go around the NFL, shall we?
Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it, folks. Let's start off in West Lafayette, Indiana, where Purdue did a good thing today. They hired Drew Brees as their assistant. He's an assistant head coach. He's going to coach them in their bowl game and get their new head coach acclimated. So Drew Brees will be an assistant head coach with Purdue.
So who's the head coach?
He
He's the head coach.
No, he's the assistant head coach.
But he's going to coach them in the bowl game.
Well, he's going to coach them in the bowl game, but he's not the head coach.
But right now, he's the head coach.
I guess he is.
He's the head coach right now.
Because they hired the Illinois.
Oh, they hired
assistant.
the Illinois assistant.
But he's
Illinois
doing his bowl
assistant.
game, I think. Is he doing his bowl game?
That's a good question. I really don't
Probably doing his bowl game. Like, I mean, I wonder if this is going to be the thing you now see, bringing guys out of the booth and bringing them, put them in the field. Obviously, Drew Brees has a ton of knowledge about the game. He probably could be a coach at the collegiate level if Jeff Brown can, but it's going to be interesting between him, Jeff Saturday, what they're doing in the NFL. Is this now the move, bringing guys out of the booth and putting them with a team?
Hey, you see just a thought on Breeze. And, it's a little bit different because Saturday and Breeze, came off the field, went to the booth, and then went to the field. You see the success that Dan Campbell has had, but Dan Campbell, man, he coached for 5 years under Sean Payton. He coached with Bill Parcells in a postgraduate internship or post-career internship. He was in what do you call them? Assistants or not an assistant coach, but he learned. He learned under Bill Parcells when he was done playing football.
Intern.
Yeah, like an intern, I guess. So he did come through the ranks. He wasn't a coordinator or anything like that, but he did come through the ranks for many, many years before he did get the head coaching job. These guys just now come from the booth.
This is true. I mean, it's one of those things where I've always questioned Dan Campbell because he was just a tight ends coach. I've seen guys be on teams for 7-8 years and coach tight ends, and they don't necessarily take the other side of it serious. They're not staying late. They're not really, really underneath the head coaches and learning. They're just doing their job and they're getting out there when they can. So to see him now, it's like with Dan Campbell, be like, he probably was on the other side of that where he actually was staying late. He probably was really learning the ins and outs of being a head coach. You're starting to see it coming to fruition this season with those guys. But Drew Brees and Jeff Saturday.
What Rich Bisaccia, the special teams coach for the Raiders?
He was.
But that's different. John Harbaugh was a special teams coach.
Was he really? I didn't know
John
that.
Harbaugh was
Some of the best coaches start as special teams
I would agree
coaches.
100% because it's still one of the main phases. Like in football, it's 3 phases. It's offense, defense, and special teams. So at least,
hey,
my pen.
Speaking of coaches, last year in 2022, at the beginning of the season, 10 new coaches were hired. Let's put that tweet up there,
2022 this year?
Yeah, there were 10 new coaches hired. Mike, you're going to put that tweet up for me. We're going to rank the 2022 NFL head coaches by the Monday Morning Quarterback. That's from Sports Illustrated.
He doesn't have it. Do you have the list?
Yeah, I got the list.
Yeah, tell me the list.
Okay, the way they have them ranked is number 1, Mike McDaniel from the Dolphins.
That's a good. That's
which
a good
I think it's excellent.
Mm-hmm.
Kevin O'Connell and the Vikings at number 2.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, it should be.
They got Brian Daboll with the Giants at number 3.
You know who they don't have on there? The first 3.
I haven't done this yet.
I know, but you said 1, 2, and 3. They're missing the guy.
Who are they missing?
Sirianni.
This is this year.
He's coming up.
Yeah,
this is this year or the next year.
No, this was this past year. He's not on this. He's already been
just
on.
this year.
Oh, didn't he just get hired this year?
Last year.
Oh, last year.
Yeah,
that's right. Sorry.
Number 4, Doug Peterson of the Jags.
This year. Sorry.
Okay, I like that one.
Here's where I disagree. They have number 5, Todd Bowles. I'm sorry. He's out of the top 10. He's 10th.
He's
11th. If you
11th.
ask me. He's 10th. If
But
you ask me. I'll continue.
You know
number
why?
6.
You know why he's there? Because as bad as their season is, they're still in first place.
Ugh. You want to call that
As bad as they've played, they're still in first place.
Here's another guy that they have too high. Josh McDaniels at number 6. He shouldn't be that high.
He should be 11th.
But you know what?
16.
The rest of this crew is awful.
Who?
Number 7, Matt Eberflus of the Bears.
Okay.
Number
Almost spit my
8,
drink out.
Dennis Allen.
I know who's last.
Dennis Allen should be 20th.
I know who better be last.
Dude,
Number
Denver.
9.
Nathaniel Hackett better
Number
be
9,
last.
Lovie Smith.
It ain't his fault.
And number 10, Nathaniel Hackett.
Yeah,
my God.
I guess if you look at that list of 10, Bowles is 5 on that list.
I guess you're right.
You know what I mean?
I guess you're right.
Consider that list.
I can't put any of those other guys ahead of him.
You know, he wasn't
right.
hired, but you know who I would put up high on that list is that Wilkes cat in Carolina.
Steve Wilkes?
They're playing for that.
But he's
guy.
an interim head coach.
I know, but they're playing for him, man.
They are.
They are.
100%. They're playing hard,
Their
too.
record isn't good, but they're playing for him.
They still got a shot to get to the playoffs.
Carolina's playing harder than Tampa Bay is right now.
Oh, yeah. There's no doubt about it. And they have the tiebreaker.
They might
over
catch
Carolina could still win that division.
I hope
after
they
they're
do.
only a game back and they own the tiebreaker.
I pray that they win that division.
I don't, because that would probably mean that they beat the Lions.
No, Tampa Bay could lose out. Tampa Bay could lose out.
Just saying.
Anyway, next thing I want to talk about
Brian
pro
said I
football
want to cover
talk.
all bases.
I've been waiting all week to put this up. The Week 15 power rankings have been released. Mike, do we have that? Okay, so no template. Okay, I'll go through them then for you.
Yeah, just go through them, man.
This is a
We're having
beautiful
fun,
thing.
dude. We're doing the best we can,
We're doing
man.
the best we can,
Everybody's
okay.
trying,
French.
man.
Okay, number
Everybody's
one.
trying, man.
Number one, Philadelphia. Of course.
Yep.
Well, I'll just skip to number 15.
There you go.
The Detroit Lions.
And now
They're
what
on the
side?
left side
There
of the
we
They're on the
go.
left side and one up.
They're on the left side of the
up.
graphic.
They're ahead of the Titans.
Oh wow.
They're ahead of the Jets. They're ahead of the Bucks and the Panthers.
Who's number one on that list, Maz?
Eagles, Bills, Cowboys, Chiefs, 49ers.
Wow.
Bengals.
Look at that.
Then the Ravens, Vikings, Dolphins, Patriots, Seahawks. That all makes sense. Commanders, Giants, Chargers, one step ahead.
I don't think
the
there's a team.
Lions should be ahead of
Listen to me.
Chargers.
The Giants moved down 2 spots again.
I don't think there's a team in the NFL I dislike more than the Chargers. I don't like them.
Do you dislike them or the coach?
Both. I like the whole team,
Gotcha.
the whole organization. I just don't like them.
You just like the colors of the uniform.
I do. I think they've got good uniforms, but their fans suck. It's always a road game when they play at home. I mean,
they stole their fam. I mean, they stole their team.
It's in San Diego, for crying out loud. That's where they belong.
They stole the team. You can't be mad at the fans for
They're
that.
very frustrating, the Chargers, to watch play football. Well, I love when I see them go on a silent count at home.
Yeah.
And you see that guard looking to the center. You know, when the guard goes like this and then the center knows he can snap it now. To see that at home is like...
It's pathetic.
I can definitely understand what you talk about, though, because when you look at the Los Angeles Chargers...
First of all, L.A. fans blow.
Oh, 100%.
They do.
100%, unless you're talking about the Lakers in the 80s. But when you're talking about, or the Dodgers, whenever you're talking about the L.A. Chargers, this is what pisses me off. You think Keenan Allen, you think Mike Williams, you think Derwin James, you think Khalil Mack, obviously Joey Bosa's hurt. You think of Asante Samuel Jr. You think about J.C. Jackson, who's been hurt. You think about the quarterback that they keep saying is the best young quarterback in the NFL, the best quarterback talent in the NFL of the future, blah, blah, blah. Austin Eckler, who is a guy that is on my fantasy football team.
Who?
Austin Eckler, I got it right. Once he started getting me yards, I got it right. But you think about all that star power, and they just steadily find ways to lose games, steadily find ways for guys to be injured and not play, and this tweak and this turf and that blah, blah, blah. They are too talented to finish games the way they do.
No doubt about it. All right, guys. Hey, we're going to take a break. When we come back, it is time for Braylon's Top 10 Thursday.
Little
What
Top 10 Thursday
variation
action.
is it? We'll have it for you coming up. But first, a message from Les Stanford Chevrolet Cadillac. All month long at Les Stanford in Dearborn, you get a 2022 Silverado for just $285 a month, which is $19.95 down. Also, a Malibu, $225 a month with $19.95 down. Bring in the new year with new wheels. Get off your heels into some wheels. Come on down today. Practically giving them away at Les Stanford Chevrolet and Cadillac. LesStanford.com. LesStanford.com.
Find new roads.
Find them.
At work and at home. We're there with smarter security solutions. Featuring complete automation with customized alerts and more. For over 90 years, we've been the company that's been counted on to protect what matters most, all with personalized service and care. Right now, for a limited time, receive a free video device plus free installation with a new home system. Guardian Alarm. We protect Michigan.
Jeff Akuta and Wicked Awesome Wishes present Hope for the Holidays. Jeff Akuta gives his financial support, time, and love for the city of Detroit with Chad Johnson and his amazing foundation, Wicked Awesome Wishes. Together, Jeff and Chad have been game planning all year long to make this Christmas one to remember for underprivileged children and their families. Special thanks to Lions players Amon-Ra St. Brown, Tracy Walker, Will Harris, and more, along with Lions alumni Lomas Brown and Joyak Bell, and the the awesome people at Lighthouse Coolidge Community Building in Oak Park. Together, we'll make sure every child has new shoes, warm coats, hats, and socks, plus free haircuts to help everyone feel their best. And don't forget Woodward Sports' Braylon Edwards, Ryan Ermanni, and Darren McCarty will be there too. Hope for the holidays from Jeff Okuda and wicked awesome wishes. Love Woodward Sports? Love wearing clothes? Then you should be wearing Woodward Sports clothes. Check out our full line of merch at woodwardsports.com. Just click on Shop. We have all your favorite designs, like Dan Campbell kneecaps, Beverly Hills Golf, Woodward Golf, and of course, our own logoed out merchandise. Men, women, infants, kids all love Woodward Sports. Impress your friends. Impress your boss. Impress your dog. Buy Woodward Sports merch today.
At Alta.
Uptime.
We're Uptime Matters.
Alta,
It matters.
Uptime matters. I saw an Alta truck today on my way.
And what
up
did you
here on
say,
Woodward.
man? First thing you said.
I started laughing right
Uptime.
away, and I said, Uptime.
It
I looked
matters.
at the driver. He didn't look back at me, though. I wasn't going to tell him Uptime. Oh, at Alta Equipment, they got everything you need to get the job done. If you have a big project coming up, give Alta Rental a try. Give them a call today at 844-GO-TO-ALTA. That's 844-GO, the number 2, Alta.
All right, here we are, woodwardsports.com, fox2detroit.com, Fox 2 News app. Certainly appreciate it. Hello, how's everybody doing out there? You know, all your shopping done, maybe wrapping up the gifts, or just kind of hanging out, taking a chill pill. You know it. You know what time it is. Boom. Hey, Braylon, it is
What's
that
up,
time
brother?
of the day we like to play Top 10 Thursday.
It's a Top 10 Thursday.
Top 10 Thursdays.
It's a dinner song, baby. I like it. It's a remix of the dinner song. Top 10 Thursdays, you know, it's always a fun time for us. I go to the board, I talk about top 10 this, top 10 that. But this week I said, you know what? Let's save top 10. Let's have a little bit more fun. Let's bring back Trivia Thursdays. Trivia Thursdays in the building. College football playoffs on the horizon. So why not have some college football playoff questions?
My money's on Flannel.
Here. Flannel Sam's is in the game. Brian Ermanni is in the game. And so is Maz on the couch. Gentlemen, you guys ready?
Here we go.
So you know how this thing goes. I ask a question, and the first person to say, ooh, show a hand or something like that, I pick you out. Just like the sporting games or the trivia games that you've known at the local bars. You ready for this one? Question number 1. What 4 teams were in the first college football playoff? Ryan Ermanni.
Ohio State.
Boom.
Alabama.
Boom.
Florida State.
Boom.
Ooh.
This one's going to be tough. You got it, though. You got it, though.
Clemson?
I wanted to give you a hint, but I didn't want to cheat. No. Do you know the other team?
The other one's Oregon.
The other one is Oregon.
okay.
The other one, hey, that's a hell of a job
good.
by you. That's a hell of a job
very
by
good,
you.
guys.
I was very impressed. I was very impressed.
Very
by
good.
you. Very good by
Seminoles for
you.
life.
I only had Ohio State. That's all I had.
Very good by you. Here we go. Next question. Which running back, you don't have to know the yards, but which running back has the most yards in a college football playoff game?
Ooh, Gentry's got that
Gentry.
one.
Zeke.
My man Gentry on the board.
Zeke.
Look at that. Late entry.
Zeke.
Late entry. It is. It is Ezekiel Elliott against Alabama, 230 yards. He has the most total yards, 447, because he had another 200 yards against Oregon as well. Shout out to Gentry on the board. All right, here we go. How many Heisman Trophy winners have also won the national championship game since the inception of the college football playoff? Ooh. How many? So how many? You don't
4.
even have to. Close. Very close.
3.
It is 3. Now for extra credit.
Okay.
Okay,
Joe Burrow.
1.
Devontae Smith.
Look at this guy. That's 2. Same team.
Derrick Henry.
My man. My man. Nobody heard.
Not Trevor Lawrence. That's right.
Nope, not Trevor Lawrence. He didn't win.
Right.
He didn't win the Heisman. They didn't
Right.
win.
You know what time
You know
it
what
is.
time it is. Nobody heard that hint either, by the way. Let me check this one off as well.
What was the hint?
Here, nothing. I don't know what you're talking about. Here we go. What team has been to the most college football playoff games without winning one?
Ooh.
Without
Winning a game. They don't have a win.
So Oregon, let's just play this out. Oregon won. They went to the college football national championship.
Hey, they're way more
Clemson
than
won it. Georgia won it. LSU won it. Auburn?
Auburn's never been.
Notre Dame?
You close. They got
won,
two.
They made it to the national championship.
2 games, 2 losses.
Dang.
I know you know now.
Is it Washington?
Nope.
College football
It's actually easy if you
so
think
that's from
about
2014.
2014 till now.
So the most
it's easy if you think about it.
The most
I'll give a hint. Their coach is no longer there.
Is that Oklahoma?
There it is.
There it
Gentry's back on the
is.
board. Gentry's on the board again.
Who is this guy?
Oklahoma has 2 appearances. No, they have 4 appearances, 4 games, 0 wins.
They're the Bills.
They are 0-4. They're right. They are the Buffalo Bills of the college football playoff. All right.
I love this, by the way. What question is this, by the way?
5.
This is 5 now?
1, 2, 3, 4. This will be the 5th one.
Okay.
These are very
I like
good, by the way.
This is very good, Braylon. And Sam Flannel, kudos to you for the music. I am very much enjoying this.
Well, anytime.
100%. Okay, here we go. Trying to think of one of the good ones. How many undefeated teams have not made the college football playoff since the induction of the college football playoff?
I'll guess.
How many?
I'm going to guess 4.
No, that is not correct.
I would say 2.
I would say go up.
Wow.
More?
Wow.
Oh God! Well, who was the? Was it South Florida?
Central
who won?
Florida.
Central Florida.
Central Florida's one.
Was that Josh Heupel?
Didn't
who
Coastal
coached that
Carolina?
team?
No, he's in Nebraska. Well, he was in Nebraska. He got fired.
Central Florida.
Central Florida. That's what I'm thinking of.
Yeah.
Scott Frost.
Scott Frost.
That's why I say he was at Nebraska. He got fired.
Yeah.
So you got 2 Central Florida. They did it twice. They were undefeated in 2018 and 2017,
Okay.
and they did not get in.
Okay.
That's 2. It was a total of 6.
Wasn't one of them
Boise?
like Coastal Carolina or something?
Coastal Carolina. Look at Gentry. Gentry on the board.
You know,
Coastal Carolina.
Gentry. Throw the camera on yourself for a minute. Let people see your
up,
face.
what up?
There it is. What up, brother?
My man Gentry,
My guy,
baby.
my guy.
So
Jeff and Gentry podcast.
So
So y'all out there want to follow.
2020 was a wild year because there were 3 teams that were undefeated and didn't get in. Coastal Carolina is one. That was the first time Cincinnati went undefeated and they didn't get in. And San Jose State also went undefeated in 2020 and they didn't get in. The other team was Western Michigan.
Ooh.
With Corey Davis.
Davis.
They went undefeated.
Second round pick, Corey Davis.
In fact,
I
Western
believe.
Michigan, I think, plays UCF. But
is
yeah, so
sweet.
6 teams, they didn't get in. You want to take a little break and finish the rest of
Let's
them?
do it. Let's take a little break. Let's take a little
All right,
break.
let's take a little break.
We're going to do the next 5.
Get the brain back
Braylon,
right.
this is very good.
I appreciate it, man. It's a lot of fun.
Very good.
A lot of fun.
Superb.
It's a lot- thank you, sir.
Superb. You know what else is superb?
Gentry's still in the show.
My friends at Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men, because what Chad Johnson put together here at Lady Jane's, part of his enormous great foundation, Wicked Awesome Wishes. So Jeff Okuda of the Detroit Lions is teaming up with Wicked Awesome Wishes and our guy Chad Johnson to present hope for the holidays. Jeff and Chad have been game planning all year long to make this Christmas one to remember for underprivileged children and their families in and around Detroit. If you would like to donate to this great event happening on the 20th and really beyond, because this is a situation that takes place all year round, but we are having an event on the 20th to give some items to underprivileged kids, families in need. WickedAwesomeWishes.org is the website. WickedAwesomeWishes.org. Jeff Okuda, his teammates, Tracy Walker, Malcolm Rodriguez, Will Harris, some of the other special guests will be on board with us. So it's going to be a great day on the 20th of December, which is next Tuesday. I believe we're broadcasting from that event as well. More on that, but WickedAwesomeWishes.org.
Hi, I'm John from Better Rate Mortgage, and to me, family is more than blood. That's why I have the biggest family in Metro Detroit. If you're looking to buy a house or refinance and need a loan, come get treated better than family by me and our entire team here at Better Rate Mortgage. We pride ourselves on giving you better advice, better service, and a better loan experience. That's why we are Better Rate. If you're looking for a new mortgage, come get treated like family. Actually, better with Better Rate Mortgage. Visit us at mybetterrate.com or call at 248-480-4467 today.
Sports back. Year 3 of Woodward Sports Stuff a Studio is here. The past 2 years, we've collected new unwrapped toys and stuffed our studio so we could hardly fit in it. This year, we're doing it even bigger. Join Woodward Sports and our whole family December 19th to the 23rd as we stuff our studio. While you're out shopping or just sitting on your couch ordering presents, make sure you grab one extra and drop it off at our studio, 15 Mile in Woodward and Birmingham. We'll be collecting toys around the clock to make sure every child in Mott's Children's Hospital feels the warmth of the holiday season. It's the time of year to do for others. Help us stuff our studio. Special thanks to all the wonderful elves at Meyer and Guardian Alarm for keeping the toys safe. Stuff a Studio 2022 with Woodward Sports.
Time of the year, sleigh bells ring and caroling, songs of love and cheer, lights shine over me and you, walking down Woodward Avenue.
Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, and a safe and Happy New Year from the Feldman Automotive family.
Downtown Detroit is all decked out this holiday season with the return of the Cadillac Lodge and the Monroe Street Midway. The Midway has a giant slide, winter bumper cars, and an indoor arcade, plus you can grab drinks at the Lodge before or after games. Shop, eat, and play downtown all winter long with Decked Out Detroit, or you can visit them online at deckedoutdetroit.com.
Welcome back, WoodwardSports.com, Fox2Detroit.com. How's everybody doing out there? We are having some fun with Top 10 Thursday. It has become a Top 10 trivia, and we're having some fun as we work through some of the answers and some of the questions by this guy over here.
Hey,
number one, Braylon Edwards.
Speaking of number one, who is the lowest seeded college football playoff team to win it all?
Wow, that's a good one.
And this could be a trick question.
Lowest seeded, probably number 2. Is that? I would say the number 2 seed would be the lowest seed to ever win it all, and it might be.
I'm going to say Alabama.
Okay, so Alabama is an answer. What seed was Alabama?
Were they a 4 seed?
They were.
So Alabama was a 4 seed, and they won it all in 2017. But there are 2 teams to do so.
Wow.
And this one actually should be easy.
Clemson.
No. Clemson was always 1 or 2. Huh?
Ohio State?
Ohio State was the first team to win the college football playoff, and they were at number 4 seed.
In 2014,
2014.
It was, yeah.
They were a number 4 seed, and they beat Alabama, and then they went on to beat Oregon. Good job by you gentlemen. Here's another one. Most yards passing in a college football playoff game, and it happened in the national championship. Yes.
Trevor Lawrence.
Nope.
What about...
Was it Joe Burrow in 2019?
So that is the guess that everybody should have guessed. That is the guess that I guessed. That is the guess that is wrong.
No, hold on.
By 1 yard.
Okay.
By 1 yard.
What about, who's the Chicago Bears quarterback? His name is escaping.
Justin Fields.
What about Justin Fields?
No, he was hurt that game, so no.
Damn.
Was it Mac Jones in 2020? Yeah.
Jones in 2020.
Mac Jones.
He threw for 464 yards.
Mac Jones.
And, and who's the guy I just said? You said,
Burrow.
And Joe Burrow threw for 463 yards. Mac Jones throwing for 333 of those in the first half.
Damn.
All right, here we go. First team to win it, obviously, we just did this. I kind of skipped the question. The Ohio State Buckeyes. Most receiving yards in a college football playoff history in terms of the total games of individual play. Who has the most?
Total games, individual play.
Javonte.
There you go. There you go.
Maz is on the board.
Maz is on the board.
Maz is on the board. He made it.
I knew you were too.
Alabama.
Uptime.
Devontae Smith had 345 yards total.
Were you going to guess that?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
19 total receptions and 6 freaking touchdowns, including game winner from Tua Tagovailoa in 2017. Last one on the board, and I'm making this one on the spot because I feel like I've exhausted the questions. What team has... what's Clemson's record in the college football playoff, including how many national championships?
How many times have they gotten there?
5.
5.
3-2.
2-3.
No, in terms of the Because their record actually, no. Because you got to think of how many games they've played in there.
So that if they won 2 games,
I give you a hint. Alabama's record is 9-4.
Oh, okay. I see
Yeah,
what you're
Alabama's
saying.
record is 9-4 in the college football.
I'm going to say 3 and 4. 3 and 5. 3 and 4. 3 and 4.
Nah, it's more than that.
Damn.
Last one, it sucks.
Yeah, that's all right.
Actually, it's Alabama. Yeah, Alabama's 9-3. Clemson's 10-3 or 10-2 or something. I got
Wow. Okay, I got some fun trivia questions.
Go ahead,
for you.
brother. Go
While
ahead.
we're doing this,
Get into the game. Get into the spirit.
Okay, I got some good ones.
By the way, good job. Everybody was on the board.
That was fun, Braylon.
Gentry, way to be the crowd still,
That
buddy.
was great. Okay, I don't know if anybody out there
Flannel
is having
Sam knew all
fun.
the
I'm
answers,
having
by
a
the
lot
way,
of fun out here today. All right,
He
ready?
let you guys get some of
All
that.
right. Okay. The Olympics are held how many? Once every
4
years. Okay, very good. You thought that's you think these are going to be easy now, don't you? You ready?
It's a good setup.
What sport is best known for the king of sports?
Horse racing.
The king of sports. WWF.
Nope.
King of the ring. I'm joking.
Horse racing is called the sport of kings.
What sport is best known for the king of sports?
LeBron James.
Soccer.
Oh yeah. I started again, but why though?
Shit, I don't know. I'm
okay.
What sport do you? Excuse me, Maz. I hope you know this one. What do you call it when a bowler makes 3 strikes in a row?
A turkey.
A turkey. I didn't know that. I had no idea. Did you guys know that?
Yeah. You haven't seen those 1970s graphics at all bowling alleys that just never will go away? Gotta love them.
I never saw it. What's the national sport of Canada? The national sport.
Curling. No, it's hockey.
Hockey.
No.
Hockey?
Snowboarding or something?
No.
No, it's not curling. Hockey.
Skiing.
Nope.
You can give a hint.
It is an outdoor sport.
Of course it is. Football. CFL.
Nope.
What?
Lacrosse.
Nah.
Lacrosse.
It is?
It is lacrosse.
I just got Gentry.
All right, last one
Look
for
at
you
Gentry.
guys. Then we'll move on here.
We want more.
You want more?
Now I'm fiending for it.
Okay.
The questions, that is.
No, these are too easy. These are too easy. The rest of them are easy. We got to talk about something.
All right.
Yeah, very good. Good job, everybody. Good job. Good job.
It's a lot of fun, fellas. A lot of fun.
Some people might think that the turkey answer was an easy one.
It's
true. It was.
I had no idea. But it is something I do want to do.
I'll give you one, Ryan. Bray.
Okay.
Not Bray. For you, Ryan.
Okay.
How many strikes is a perfect game in bowling?
10.
12.
12.
2 extra frames.
You really know
baby.
you're bowling.
We would have given you half a point for that. I would have given you half a point.
You'd have had to, right?
I'd have given you half a point.
I had 10 strikes last week on my game on Friday.
You did not.
10
He
out of
did.
12, but I only shot at 257.
Because he opened in the ninth.
Yeah, I opened it like in the sixth, and I didn't close out. But 10.
You
10
opened in the ninth.
10 strikes.
Because remember I said Matt Stafford.
Maz, you got bowling tonight.
I got bowling tonight.
How what you doing tonight, man? Go ahead.
Sorry.
No, go ahead.
You know what I want to ask you, Maz?
Yeah, go ahead.
Can we talk about you for a second?
Sure.
You're in the friggin' Eliminator pool.
Oh, God.
And you're down. You are down to what? 6 guys left? 4 guys left.
What's the prize?
7 G's.
$7,000. Okay,
Now,
drop the
someone
music
won.
here, Sam, because this is very serious.
Someone won the other one for $17,000 last week.
Okay.
I got knocked out of that one, but I'm alive in this one.
Hey, that's 7 G's, especially
All
around
right.
this time of year.
Yeah, I can use
So,
it.
Maz, give us the
I'll tell you
scenarios.
the games I got. All right?
Okay.
All right.
And
Give
then
us
you
some-
guys can help me.
Yes.
Now
Pick
for
my game.
those people out there that don't know what an Eliminator pool is, give a quick synopsis of what an Eliminator pool is for the people.
All you have to do is pick one winner a week in the NFL. But you can't use the same team twice.
Once you use a team,
They're done.
they're done. So if you use the Bills, they're done.
They're done.
And once you
I
lose,
used the Bills last
you're
week.
done.
Against the Jets,
Yes.
I used the
And
Bills.
Once you lose, you're done.
You're done.
That's true.
Okay. So what we got left, man?
Here's what we got
this week.
This is week 15.
Okay.
I have my choice of the San Francisco 49ers or the Seahawks. That's one game. I could pick either one of those teams. They play tomorrow.
49ers.
Tonight they play.
Tonight.
That's right. Tonight's Thursday Night Football.
49ers tonight.
I got the Colts left. They play the Vikings. That's my best bet of the week is the Vikings. So I'm not taking the Colts.
Right.
I have the Lions and I have the Jets.
Ooh.
I'm not touching that game.
I don't know.
I have the Steelers and the Panthers.
Not touching
Garbage
that.
game. I'm not taking it. It's at Carolina. I would lean to Carolina, but I'm not going to take it. I have the Jags. They play the Cowboys. Forget them. I have the Bears. They play the Eagles. Forget them.
Nope.
This game I will never touch with $1 million. Falcons Saints. You know their record in 107 games? 54-53.
Wow.
That's the record between the Falcons and Saints.
Crazy.
Side note, the Falcons are winning tonight. I mean, they're going to win that game.
Cardinals at the Broncos.
So legitimately,
49ers.
what are the games you're picking from?
I got the Patriots left against the Raiders, and my pick this week, I got it down to 2 games. Either I take the Bengals at the Bucks, or I take the Chargers hosting the Titans.
You don't want the 49ers and Seahawks?
I'm afraid.
Okay.
I'm afraid of Seattle. I'm afraid of Seattle coming up and nipping them tonight.
I feel like I don't even want to comment on this, Maz, because this is legit.
I really believe the Bengals at the Bucks.
Yeah.
If the Bengals were home, I would take them and like run around the block and be happy. But they're playing away. I hate picking visiting teams.
I understand that, but let me give you the same thing
And
I told.
Titans at the Chargers. Chargers are red hot.
I'm
Titans
not worried
are kinda
now. Stay away from that. The same thing I told Ryan Ermanni last week. He was talking about the Bucks and the 49ers. And what did I tell Ryan Ermanni? I said they're going to beat the doors off the Bucks. They're not that good.
No.
It's the same thing I'm going to tell you. It's the Bucks and it's the Bengals. The Bengals are arguably the best team in the NFL.
I know.
They're arguably the one team in the NFL that doesn't have any worries. Like you can't point out a spot where you're like, I'm wondering about this, or I'm wondering about this, or I'm wondering about that. If the Bengals are on fire at every position, take the Bengals against the Bucks.
Okay.
Flannel, how about you? You heard my teams.
I mean, I'm pretty confident that the 49ers will beat the Seahawks tonight. I know it's kind of tempting fate because as Lions fans, we need the Seahawks to win. But the 49ers, that defense, no K9, I think the 49ers are going to win probably by at least 10 tonight. That's who I would pick.
You only have 2 games. You got the 49ers or you got the Bengals.
So here's my thought
I
on
agree
it,
with
and I
Sam.
hesitate to even.
Now I could look ahead to next week too and see. Well, maybe I won't take this team this week because I could take them next week. But I only want to survive this week.
Just survive in advance, bro. At this point,
yes.
I would not ever bet against Tom Brady in a situation where he just got the doors beat off him. That's what I feel like the Bengals should win that game, but as a general rule of thumb, I would never bet against Tom Brady after he was embarrassed. And last week in San Francisco, Tom Brady and the Bucs were embarrassed.
But he's never been embarrassed because.
Just saying, it's just my opinion.
Yeah. Your opinion was don't bet on that game, and I told you.
Right,
bet
you're
on
right. New England comes to mind because Bill Belichick has always owned his former assistants.
But it's at Vegas.
That's a road game.
Yeah, and the Raiders
Matt
look
Patricia
horrible.
beat Belichick.
Yeah, he did. That's
Raiders
a road
look
game.
horrible.
I would go if my life was on the line. I'd go with San Francisco tonight against Seattle. If my life was on the line, that's what I would do.
I love it.
That's what I would do.
You got to start trusting what you see with your eyes, though, man.
Yeah.
You got to start trusting. What you saw with that Buccaneers team against the 49ers, that's the Buccaneers.
But they're home.
That's the Buccaneers. Look at their record right now. The Buccaneers aren't a very good football team. You can look at and slice it however you want to. Whenever you can't get on the same page as Mike Evans, who's a perennial Pro Bowl every year, and he's your best wide receiver, and you guys can't even connect, play catch, they are struggling because they don't have a couple people though. They don't have AB, they don't have Godwin, and then they don't have Gronkowski.
Bottom line is you just got to go with your gut.
Yeah,
Forget about it. Forget about anything that we've said.
I kind of almost like the Chargers. I kind of almost like the Chargers.
Then you should play the Chargers. I want no responsibility in this because remember we talked you off the.
Oh yeah.
In the other.
Yeah, the other pool. Yeah.
But you would have lost anyway, I think.
No,
I
wouldn't.
Who is we? It wasn't me.
No, I think we all did.
It was Chad and you.
It was
Chad and
See,
me.
you won't try to lump me in. No, I did not.
Well, we're a team, man.
No,
Come on, man. We're a team.
We are a team.
We win together.
Hey,
we lose together.
We are a team.
If I take the Bengals, the other guys already used them, so they would struggle with a pick.
Do you know who the other guy has? Like who the teams are?
No, you can't see until you lock your pick in until the game is played. Once the game
But not
kicks
this
off.
week. Do you know who they had? Who
Oh
they
yeah, I
have
look back.
already taken?
I see everything.
So you know.
I know who's
who
got
they
what
have.
left. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that's.
I
so
can almost
exciting.
guess who they're going to pick.
Who are they going to pick? Did you do that yet?
I didn't do that yet.
Oh my God, so exciting!
I told you the 49ers are going to win. I told you the Bengals are going to win. But at the end of the day, you have to make your
Well,
own
right now
decision.
I got the Bengals chosen.
Yeah.
I'll see. Maybe I change it to the Niners and roll the dice tonight.
A lot of people
Oh,
on
God.
the chat are all on the Niners.
Oh God.
I love it. I love it. Niners and Bengals.
Hey, who gave you the Niners once they got McCaffrey? I said they're going to win the Super Bowl.
I told you.
I told you.
I said it too.
So they're my team right now for the Super Bowl. But how do you pick them with Brock Purdy and he's injured?
Oh God, Brock Purdy,
Geno Smith.
Oh,
You guys
desperate.
You guys make too much about quarterbacks. You make too much about the thing you're not paying attention to. Look how good that freaking defense is.
That's what I'm saying.
They're doing things that defenses haven't done in a very long
Listen
time.
to that man.
Like the defense itself.
Short week.
Run the ball to Christian McCaffrey. You don't even need a quarterback.
That's right.
You don't even need a
They
quarterback.
got Ayuk.
Last time I checked, didn't Christian McCaffrey throw a pass to
Debo.
You don't need him. We got George Kittle.
We're gonna take a break.
Kittle,
Come
he's been
right back.
invisible this year.
Overreaction
Too many
Thursday.
people.
Overreaction Thursday. But first, a message from Chili Peppers Tanning.
Oh, God, help me. Chili Peppers tanning. Look at that beautiful weather outside. Yeah. You know.
Bengals.
It's nothing, that weather. It's horrible. You got to get a tan. You got to look good for Christmas. Santa is depending on you to get the Chili Peppers tanning right now. And if you get there and you make sure you join the Pepper Club because they're going to save you $5 against any competitor out there on unlimited tanning, and you get the cleanest salons in the D. The hottest bulbs, the hottest deals, the darkest tans, your vitamin D headquarters, chilipepperstanning.com.
Introducing the Planet Fitness Guide to getting that post-workout glow. Step 1. What's your why? More epic energy? Better sleep? Blow off steam? Step 2. Join Planet Fitness for just $10 a month and get moving in our clean and spacious clubs. Step 3. Bask in that post-workout glow. Join Planet Fitness today for just $10 a month.
Join today at any of the 50-plus Detroit area locations.
Hi, I'm Dr. Jason Olafson, DC, the founder of the Custom Health Centers, and we've helped thousands of people learn how easy it is to lose weight and keep it off with our customized weight loss and body contouring programs.
With Custom Health, you don't feel hungry, you eat well. My name is Simeon Timbuk, and I lost 71 pounds on the program.
Call us at 844-789-THIN or visit CustomHealthCenters.com for a free consultation and get started for as little as $5 a day.
Love Woodward Sports? Love wearing clothes? Then you should be wearing Woodward Sports clothes. Check out our full line of merch at woodwardsports.com. Just click on shop. We have all your favorite designs, like Dan Campbell kneecaps, Beverly Hills Golf, Woodward Golf, and of course, our own logoed out merchandise. Men, women, infants, kids all love Woodward Sports. Impress your friends. Impress your boss. Impress your dog. Buy Woodward Sports merch today.
Hey, for a limited time only, and a limited time is now. Go to CentronWorld.com. You know why? Because they have a limited edition 6-pack that is amazing. It features my favorite flavor, the cranberry. You see it right there in the middle. Get it ready every morning when I get up. Got to get that ready so I can come in here and give you guys all that I have. Join Centron and re-energizing the community and teaming up with Woodwardsports.com. Drink it, live it with Centron.
Absolutely. Having some fun.
Yeah, laid back.
Laid back Thursday. It's just that time of year, you know?
Yeah,
you know what time it is.
Yes.
Yeah, look at Maz getting it. I like that. There you go. There you go, Maz.
Good job, Maz. Doing a bang-up job there, young man.
Did you watch any of the Pistons game last night?
No.
I saw some of it. I saw the poster by Jalen Duran.
They had 100 and something odd
They don't
points
play
in the
defense.
third quarter.
Yeah, they don't play any defense. They ain't playing defense.
They went to overtime last night and won the game against the Hornets.
Look at
Both
that.
teams in teal.
They ain't playing no defense.
I've actually picked the Pistons to win last night. It's good to see them get a win, regardless of what you say about them. It's just good to see them get wins. You talked about them getting their 5th win, took till to January 2nd of last year, January 2nd of this year to get their 5th win. They already have 8 wins now, am I correct? So seeing them get wins, seeing them win some games, especially with Cade not in there, however you got to get it done, I enjoy them winning games. Good
No doubt about it. Yeah. It's a growing year. It's a growing year.
It is.
Absolutely. Hey, Maz, we've been trying to do this for the last couple of days, just haven't been able to fit it in, but I think it's a fun topic. Want to do it now. Some of the NFL topics that we believe, are they an overreaction or are they spot on?
Well, let's do it.
Let's do it here.
I'll start with this one. I'm going to start here in Detroit. Dan Campbell should be NFL Coach of the Year. Overreaction, or do you think it's a possibility?
Overreaction, but by a slight, and that's only because Nick Sirianni is 11-1. Like you can't go against
12-1.
Excuse me, Nick Sirianni is 12-1. Jalen Hurts is going to win MVP, and just think about where they were this time last year and what people were saying about Jalen Hurts, what people were saying about the Eagles. So I don't think you cannot give it to Nick Sirianni. But I tell you what, if Dan Campbell finishes 10-7. It's literally up to the eye of the beholder and what they saw and where the difference really was. So he has a slight chance, but I don't think you can deny what Nick Sirianni and Jalen Hurts are doing this year.
If Dan Campbell and the Detroit Lions win 9 of the last 10 games and finish 10-7, make it to the playoffs, Dan Campbell's the Coach of the Year. He has to be. When you look at the stink this organization has had, when you look at the tag this organization has worn for the better part of the last 20-plus years specifically, at least since Barry Sanders left. Just take that segment aside. He's got to win. We've never seen a team start the year 1-6 and make the playoffs. So if they have a total turnaround, he's got to be it. 10-7, Dan Campbell, Coach of the Year. Short of that, Nick Sirianni.
How about you, Flano?
He also has them at 1-6 as a coach.
You're not allowed to pick Andy Reid, by the way.
Oh no, I would. If the Lions run the table and are 10-7, coming off of a 3-win season last year, I agree with Ryan. You have to give him Coach of the Year just because of how bad they were and how much they've improved. Dan Campbell, but they have to run the table. That's a non-starter.
He's the second favorite now.
Yeah, as of right now. But if they run the table, give it to Dan Campbell, 100%.
Okay. One question. So if Nick Sirianni and the Philadelphia Eagles go 16-1, you still give it to Dan Campbell?
I think you do.
16-1.
I understand. I just it's very difficult.
It's never been done before.
Yeah, I know. Yeah,
16-1. It's never been done before. Most people said they didn't believe in Jalen.
That's a great question, though. I mean, that's a great question.
Can it be Co?
It could be Co.
Yeah,
that's that's a really hard one.
16-1 is hard.
You're taking a playoff team, Sirianni. You're taking a playoff team from a year ago and making them better. But what's more impressive to you, to make a good team great or to make a bad team really good? That's what you have to decide as a voter too.
I think where I get stuck is nobody believed in this Eagles team. Like, we were literally having conversations. I was trying to explain to you guys that the Eagles for real and Jalen was for real. I was trying to explain that people were trying to say they weren't. Here they are, 16-1. People didn't think that they would be a number 1, number 2 team.
A lot of people, Braylon, still are not clear. Calling the Cowboys the favorites, calling the 49ers the favorites.
Which is why that's still important.
So, yeah.
I say, you know what? If they go 16-1 or 15-2 and then they go 10-7, they went out, just give them co-MVP so we don't have to argue over it.
All right, next up, Jared Goff will be the Lions' future quarterback. And what I mean by future means he'll get another contract beyond his next $60 million that they owe him.
I say that's not an overreaction. I think he is going to do that because I do anticipate the Lions to win at least 3 of the next 4. Okay? So that would at least make him the quarterback for the next 2 years. And I think they're going to win at least 1 playoff game in the next 2 years. And you ain't brooming out a quarterback for the Detroit Lions that wins a playoff game. They will win a playoff game next year or at the very least the year after that. That's my expectation. Yeah. And you're going to re-sign that guy at quarterback that helped you win that job or that game. So that's just how I feel about it.
I say Jared Goff is your guy. I mean, he's proved that he can be there for you. He's proved that he can win games. He looks like the Jared Goff that was in 2017, 2018, 2016. So I say Jared Goff's the guy. Like, why go away from what you've seen to work? Why go away from it?
If there's an ability to swap out for Malik Willis, though, we would certainly do that, or at
There
least
you go.
entertain that.
There you go.
No, I mean, I'm not saying that it's going to happen for sure, but it's not an overreaction to think about it. I mean, Jared Goff has had an amazing year. He's tied for fifth in touchdown passes, top 10 in QBR, passer rating, yards per attempt, and the Lions are fifth in scoring. And Jared Goff has been playing some of the best football of his career. And their roster, you think, is only going to improve. You know when Jared Goff is the best? When he has all the right pieces around him. Jared Goff, he could absolutely be the quarterback of the future, not an overreaction.
Gentry, I'll give you a crack at this. So Jared Goff is going to get another contract from the Lions and be the future quarterback.
I do think so, especially like Sam said, with the way he's playing this year. And I think he's really down for the team and the organization. You can tell Brad Holmes and Dan Campbell really like him. So I think if all goes well, there's no reason that Jared Goff shouldn't be your quarterback. I was very much in favor of getting a quarterback this draft, but I don't think that's going to happen anymore.
Same.
All right, we got that. Here we go.
Same.
Here we go. Baker Mayfield will be the Rams starting quarterback next season. Braylon.
Hell no. They just paid Jared Goff. I mean, Matt Stafford. No, he definitely won't be the starting quarterback. Now, he'll still be there. I think he'll still be on the staff. I think he'll be being in that LA team, because they're going to be a good team again next year. Guys are going to come back off injury. A bunch of guys just got paid, extended. Matt Stafford will be your starting quarterback, but I can see Baker Mayfield staying there because it's consistency, and they gave him a shot. Why try to go play somewhere else? Just stay there with LA.
At some point next season, I think he'll be the starting quarterback. Something about Stafford, I just don't. I feel like he's going to try to make a run at it, but I don't know if his heart's in it anymore, man. Once you start messing around with the dome and the spine, it's very tough, very difficult, very difficult. You got to admit, this is a father of three, a husband,
outspoken wife. I really don't want him playing.
Seriously, man.
Anymore.
I mean, you may hate Baker Mayfield.
She got her ring. She's good now.
Yeah, right. You know what I mean? Everybody got their ring. You got all the money in the world. You don't need that anymore.
That's why I brought this up.
Yeah.
I think God, that's a tough one, because I do think there's some merit to Matthew Stafford might be done or on the outswings, but Baker Mayfield has only played two good drives in the past couple of years. I'm not ready to say that he's going to be the starting quarterback next year as of right now. So it is an overreaction right now.
The one thing I will say is Matt Stafford. I cannot get Matt Stafford's name for anything wrong.
Both number one overall picks.
Matt Stafford has 2 years of being a good quarterback and being on a good team. He's got 2 years of that. He's got the 2014 season with the Detroit Lions. He's got the Super Bowl run last year. He's not going to go out having a season like this where it ends this way and now he's going to fade off into the sunset because he's messing with it. He wants to have another good year, because guess what? That felt good last year to Matthew Stafford. Felt good to be recognized nationally for his skill. I think you're going to see him come back because he wants to fill that at least 2 more years.
All right.
You're probably not wrong on that. I just try to put myself in that position, even though it's impossible to do that. I just think it'd be done.
You want me to get another one?
Sure. Last one.
Okay, the 49ers, their offense is better with Brock Purdy than Jimmy G.
False. Incomplete. That's what I'd say. Incomplete. Not sure.
I don't think it's no reaction. Because, like I said, at Iowa State, Brock Purdy played in a pro-style offense. A lot of these quarterbacks, they have to come into the league. They have to learn how to be a quarterback in a pro-style offense. They're used to the spread. Brock Purdy has played in that offense. He knows that offense. He's backed up. He's played with these guys. That offense is just so good. Offense is very good. Not to mention Brock Purdy is much more equipped to use his feet in the mobile game and getting outside of the pocket. So I'm telling you, I think Brock Purdy could be the answer for this for this system right now moving forward. But yes, I think he's better than Jimmy G.
It really is. System, man. I mean, it's an unbelievable system. Guys, we got to take a break. Come right back. We'll wrap it up. But first, a message from Guardian Alarm. They're your local security experts, have been for over 90 years. When you see that black and yellow sign out in front of the house, tells the bad guys one thing: stay out. Whether you are at home or on the road, they're 24/7 local monitoring. Make sure what is important to you stay safe. Call this number right here, 1-800-STAY-OUT. That number again, 1-800-STAY-OUT. Call them today. Tell them Woodward Sports sent you.
The sports marketing agency would not be who we are without great community partners like Higuera Health and Carol Zuniga.
It's an awesome opportunity to partner with your organization. Higuera Health is a comprehensive behavioral health
organization, we serve children through older adults with mental health, substance use, and developmental disabilities across Western Wayne counties, and really excited to now be in downriver communities as well. Give us a call at 734-458-4601.
It's back. Year 3 of Woodward Sports Stuff a Studio is here. The past 2 years, we've collected new unwrapped toys and stuffed our studio so we could hardly fit in it. This year, we're doing it even bigger. Join Woodward Sports and our whole family December 19th to the 23rd as we stuff our studio. While you're out shopping or just sitting on your couch ordering presents, make sure you grab one extra and drop it off at our studio, 15 Mile in Woodward in Birmingham. We'll be collecting toys around the clock to make sure every child in Mott's Children's Hospital feels the warmth of the holiday season. It's the time of year to do for others. Help us stuff our studio. Special thanks to all the wonderful elves at Meyer and Guardian Alarm for keeping the toys safe. Stuff a Studio 2022 with Woodward Sports.
Wintertime in Detroit is always better with comfort foods from Big Boy. Try the chicken. How about the classic meatloaf or the Cajun chicken Alfredo? Those will fill you up good on a winter day. How about breakfast? The stuffed potato pancakes are back. So's the Lumberjack, the Santa Fe Garden, and the Blockbuster. Stop by your local Big Boy today and try them all out. Try a Big Jim as well.
Oh, man, you ever get that Big Jim, Bray?
No, I told you to go with the breadsticks. But because you know one thing about Maz and I talked about it. He left because I talked to Maz that day after. When you go to Big Boy, you got to sit down and eat a Big Boy. Like, you can't take Big Boy to go. You can't take it to the crib.
No.
You got to eat it there. And I'm not going to Big Boy by myself. I'm sorry. I'm not 75 years old and I'm not a woman.
Hey!
Who goes to Big Boy Dolo?
I do.
You take Lukey with you, though.
Well, yeah, but I go by myself sometimes. I like that garlic and oil.
I don't like going places by myself, man.
I do, man.
I love it.
But I think, you know what's crazy? It's traveling, and now it's starting to, I'm like, yo, you know what? Like, got a bite to eat yesterday. I traveled. It's not bad.
I don't like it all the time, but I do enjoy. There's something very peaceful about going and sitting down by yourself.
My favorite place to go by myself is right in our area.
Sahara.
Ryan. Can you guess it?
Here's
you
a question.
Sahara.
Here's a question, and this, Maz, you're out of this. You can't participate. Did you start liking to go to restaurants or places by yourself when you had a cell phone, or were you like that even before cell phone days?
So,
because that's different. Because if you're doing this the whole time, you're not by yourself.
So my first television job was in Cadillac, Michigan.
Okay.
And I used to, I was totally alone. I'd go get a newspaper and read the newspaper and sit there by myself. And there was something really lonely about that. But I got used to it and eventually started liking it. I just go and read the paper and go and eat.
So you predate phones.
Yes.
So I'll give you credit. Yes, you can do it.
Dinosaur.
I knew the answer already for you. I already knew you, man.
Mavs, give me 2 nuggets here, Pistons and Wings.
Pistons and Wings. We talked about the Pistons last night, how they went to overtime. They get the Kings tomorrow night. I might go down a Little Caesars and see that game, and I think Gentry will be at that one. And as far as the Wings go, they lost last night 4-1 to the Minnesota Wild. Did you guys get a chance to see that game at all? There was a big hit, supposedly, on
D-Mac.
Yep, and D-Mac and the guys talked about it. They said it was a clean hit. A lot of people in the hockey world on TNT, they're post-game guys, they're pre-game guys, they were saying, well, the Red Wings are going to need somebody to go after somebody on Minnesota. But really, it was just a clean hit.
Yeah. Right.
It was just a clean hit. And,
they were saying they don't have a guy like that anymore.
They don't have a guy like that.
They used to anymore.
They used to. He lives here with us now.
He does.
Right? He lives here with us now. So that's about it as far as the local teams go. The Tigers signed another pitcher, Michael Lorenzen from the Angels. They gave him $8 million 1 year. It looks like they're just slapping this thing together. 1 year deal with Matthew Boyd last week, and now a 1 year deal with Michael Lorenzen from the Angels. It doesn't look like we're going to go out and get.
They want to see what they have with these young guys.
I guess so.
I was going to ask you. You're one under the new management, new regime. What are we expecting from the Tigers?
They're going to take a wait and
as
see
I'm wearing
approach.
the Tigers colors.
They're going to take a wait and see approach. They're going to look at this season, and they're going to see truly what these young kids can do, what these young guys can do. Is there any growth? Is there not any growth? It's truly a situation. They're going to look at that, and then they'll go from there. Carlos Correa signed a 13-year deal with the Giants. I mean, that is incredible. As you sit down and wear your Tigers,
because I had my Tigers jacket on, so I figured I'd show the people.
Hey guys, by the way, speaking of gear, go to the WoodwardSports.com shop. Get your items today or tomorrow, guaranteed to get there by Christmas. Of course, if you want the Michigan stuff, you want it for the game, feel free to do so as well. WoodwardSports.com, shop. Bray, get us out of here.
Yo, it's been a great show. A lot of fun with the trivia stuff, man. A lot of fun. Glad you guys interacted in the chat with that. One more show before the big game. It's going to be the New York Jets and the Detroit Lions, and my bet is on the Detroit Lions. From my man Flannel Sam, who filled in for JB, did a hell of a job, knows all the trivia questions always. And shout out to Gentry.
Yeah,
Gentry
great job,
through. Great job over there.
Good job.
Appreciate you, brother. Have Maz on the couch having a great fun today. And then my brother from another mother, love you.
Hey,
we are
travel
Ermanni
safe.
and Edwards with Maz. I will send videos from MetLife Stadium, I promise. We love you guys. See you tomorrow.
Boom.
It's now time for